Greetings again. We continually find our heroes delving deeper and deeper into the darkness that is the evil of Barovia. We'll take just a moment for people to perhaps proclaim their intense dedication or intense despair. Starting with Sasha.
We're all gonna die! No,
I don't think that's how Sasha sounds, is it?
no, we're fine. I'm Marvelous. I'm playing Sasha of the Unseen Eye today. We are currently in the catacombs of the Death House, hoping to find the catacombs of some children and lay them to rest. In this, Sasha will not relent until it is done, no matter how many buckets of nasty blood he has to slowly pour out.
Robert, I'm playing Greila Austarian, the nature cleric. And she is dedicated to her cause of getting out of here, but also of helping people.
Jeff, playing the kinky monk ranger named Crack, and he's looking to get him the fuck out of here.
It's not he doesn't buy his character.
I'm Ed. I'm playing Siguror, the Minotaur Barbarian, and this place is just not in the way. It's just a step towards end goal. Albeit this seems like a much bigger step than it should be.
Perhaps the ending is closer than you think.
5 sessions later.
More to this section.
You left off standing around the well, the thick scent of copper embracing you all. What shall you do?
Well, I think last we left off, and I don't think I know because I just edited it, we were going to check all these side rooms in the room. So,
We're sneaking, right? Or we're not?
I am. I don't know about you.
Well,
You guys.
2 people have
So,
dark vision here, right?
Me and Sakar are gonna head in here, roll in stealth, and Sakar will give this room a checkout.
Alright.
I mean, it's a pretty localized area. I think we could all split up and search a room just to make it faster.
I'll check the one closest to me.
Does anybody else?
Yeah.
And, do you want me to roll that stealth?
Yeah.
Does anybody else besides?
It's like choosing which of my children will kill me.
Does anybody else besides Greila have night vision? I'm forgetting.
The bird, Sakara.
That's why I need Sakar down here.
Well, yeah, I mean others than Greila.
So you're going to need to pull out a torch.
No one does.
Okay, that
I
was my
thought he
question.
was asking
Yeah.
because you
'Cause
don't
I-
have dark vision.
No, because I thought I remember
Just say take out the
another
torch.
party, another person had it.
No, it's Sakar. That's the other person with dark vision.
I'll take out a torch too, I guess, and
Yeah.
You almost have the pick of your rooms.
I got an 18 on my stealth check, and to
Take
check the room, Sakar got a
I'll just check that one, the closest one.
a 13.
It takes you an hour to get Sakara back if something happens to him, right? Or
I think it's 10 minutes.
Do you have a preference on rooms?
I already went to one room.
Yeah.
Okay.
A room was already requested. You're now all checking out rooms. What lay within? Who knows?
Oops, more ghouls.
You in a few minutes.
Whoops, all rules.
At least the ghouls in this can paralyze. I was gonna say at least not owl ghouls because they got spikes. But
We get down there.
paralyzing is
chanting
pretty
is a
fucking
bunch of
strong.
Owl ghouls and robes.
I wouldn't even. What?
It wouldn't make sense. Owl ghouls are from Witcher 3.
Or ghouls, sorry.
Oh, and I'll scan the area with my detect magic as well. In case there's anything within 30 feet of here that's magical, I will detect it.
Doesn't say.
Siguror enters a room and finds a moist,
Toilet.
frayed, small cot that has a small wooden chest at its foot and a few spare cobwebs here and there.
Before inspecting the chest, just look around the room, see if there's anything else. Because the chest is obvious. There might be something else.
Alright,
And
go for it.
22 on perception. If it is perception.
Siguror looks about the room. The barren walls of this place match the rest of the construction. He finds no decoration, and thankfully, or not so thankfully, no spiders in the webs. However, beneath the pillow is revealed a very small pouch that clinks when you pick it up. However, its feeling is that of a unique material, matching the consistency of human skin, though perhaps a bit dry.
Oh, gross bag. Oh.
That's what it is.
That's great.
The bag contains gold and silver inside, however.
Okay, so not foreign material.
Very familiar.
Okay.
To be exact, 11 gold pieces and 60 silver pieces.
It's a lot for sure. Okay. Yeah, just go to the chest, try and open it.
Bending down, you notice that the chest has a lock on it.
Can you pick
It's
it up?
dark brown, mildly rusty.
I can break it.
Or you could get cracked to open
Just
it
try and
instead of making a ton of noise.
You can either break it or grab it, as it is not a very large chest.
How does
Maybe like 2.5 feet by like a foot.
if it looks old and stuff, do I feel like I could just pull off the lock?
Well, the lock is mildly rusted. It's still in good enough condition that it would take a significant amount of doing to break it.
I guess just give it a shot. Try and yank it off. If it doesn't work, I bring it over to feathers.
Feathers? Feathers.
A quick yank reveals that the lock is still quite solid.
Nah.
Thus, it is collected and will presumably be brought to feathers.
It's crack.
I know it's crack.
But in the meantime, Sasha quietly advances into a room. Inside this room, he and Sikar find a moldy, wrinkled bedroll off in one of the corners that's headed with a small wooden chest. And there is a length of frayed rope, like wound in a different corner. And a broken lamp, maybe a foot away from that. Scanning the room, or rather, scanning the room for any sort of magical presence, reveals nothing of magic in the area.
But did Sikar's 13 find anything in the room? Like him?
Sikar's 13
On perception.
discovers no secrets.
Okay. I'm going to use an action to take off Sikar's perceptions, and then I'm going to roll investigate on the, or I'm going to basically take a closer look at the stuff in the room, the bed, the rope, and the lamp, just to make sure that, maybe try to get a feel for how lived in this room is. If it looks like the yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll investigation on that.
Yeah.
Okay. 14.
You take over Sikar's senses and scan the room in a more thoughtful sense. The bed is wrinkled, but these wrinkles are stiff with time. Both simple inspection find that both the lamp and the rope have bits of cobweb and dust on them that imply that they have not been moved in some time. Also, there are some dark stains along the frayed rope at certain spots that once you are bending over and looking more closely, can actually see. This too smells very, 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 very faintly of blood. Another clue is been here for a while.
Bloody rope.
Bloody and frayed.
I'm going to
And the chest also has a similar covering of dust and
yeah, does the
grime
chest have a
on
lock on it?
looking closer, it does have a lock on it.
Okay. Then I will stick my head out and say, Crack, once you're done, can you come here for a moment? And basically I'm going to start, but before he gets there, well, you know, actually I'm going to wait till he's going to get there. And I'm going to have two things. Well, I'll just wait till you know.
Okay.
I guess.
Crack advances into one of the lower rooms. He looks around. He finds a moldy, ripped bedroll that's headed by like a small wooden chest, or rather it's at the foot of the bed. He also finds a broken shovel and a few pieces of something hard, like clay perhaps, maybe some kind of pottery. Other than that, the walls are very cold.
That's
Very
it?
dark. Yes.
Alright. Alright. I'll just, I guess I'll go to his room.
You want me to dig around with the chest?
You say chest? Because I didn't hear.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
There's a bedroll, a chest at the foot of the bedroll,
Yeah, alright.
some broken pieces of something hard,
I'll check.
presumably like clay, maybe some kind of pottery.
I'll check for traps first.
Sure.
I have a feeling these might be like foot lockers.
That's what it look like.
Seems more like a barracks than a set of
19.
rooms. How would they have them down here unless it's some sort of insidious thing?
Well, no, foot lockers like plenty for.
Crack
Yeah,
inspects.
but I mean the
But they can't be drinking from the well unless they're like vampires or some monstrous thing.
the beds aren't like slept in, so it might have been a thing.
Before the stuff happened.
Maybe if they had cultists like working with them.
Crack picks up the chest and inspects it from multiple angles after first assessing whether or not it can be picked up safely, and finds nothing amiss. There are no traps on the chest. David. Very well. That would be good
Right.
and cool.
Oh,
However, the chest is locked.
I'll just take the chest with me and I go to his room.
Alright. You pick up the chest and cruise on over. Greila advances to another one of the lower rooms. Inside this place, Greila finds a moth-eaten, moist bedroll that has a small pool of water in its center. From the ceiling, a drip continues to feed it. There is a small chest at the foot of this bed, as well as a small bag, maybe a few feet off from the bedroll. It has like a tiny hole that's been ripped in it.
Well, I'm gonna take the chest with me, but I'll look in the back now to see what's in it.
You waltz over and you open the bag. Immediately, a very large rat springs out and makes a run for it, squeaking into the darkness.
Is there nothing else in the bag?
Looking further in the bag, because I totally wasn't done.
Well, I was going for a joke. Okay.
In the bag, what has not escaped are the remains of a broken knife and some bloody bandages.
Well, that's not interesting. I'll leave the bag here and take the chest out.
Okay.
There's nothing in the bedroll that's wet and soggy. Or I'll roll if you want me to.
To the casual observance, no.
I mean, if
But
I
you
search
can
around.
make a check.
Okay. Not great. 10.
Inspect it
Yeah.
and find a small dead fly
Well, that's
floating
not
in the
interesting.
puddle in the middle of the bedroll. Unfortunately, you don't find anything of interest.
Okay. Once Crack has gotten over to my room, I will say, Crack, I have found a chest here I would like for you to open. And additionally, could you do me a favor and lie down on that bed? I want to test something.
What?
Crack's gonna say why.
I will hold up the rope and says, I have found the rope. I believe it might have been used in some sort of ritual sacrifice. By putting the rope around you on the bed, I'll be able to check the bloodstains against where they would have cut. It is for science, I assure you.
I'm tipping to punch him in the face to see if it is.
What?
I don't know. I'm punching him in the face.
Punch him in the face because he offered science?
No, because he wants him to lay on a creepy bed and put blood-stained rope around himself.
Don't be silly. I will be putting the bloodstain.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You said put bloodstain rope around himself.
Oh, my bad. Whatever.
I'll do that one. Oh, wait.
Just check the chest.
I'll check the chest first. I'll ignore his request for now. Alright, so.
Ignoring his request for now,
Mhm.
you turn your attention to a chest almost identical to the wooden one that you yourself possess.
Got a 26 on his chest. And I'll.
Much like the one that you found, this one does not have anything on it, save for a lock, but that is not a
Yeah,
trap.
I'm unlocking it. Yeah.
Oh. Pops open pretty easily for you, revealing some a small bit of content inside. In particular, an eye patch. A black leather eye patch that has a shiny orange and white streaked stone set in its center. You, enjoying the occasional shiny rock, unless I miss my guess, recognize it as a type of stone called a Corellian. It's a minor gem worth somewhere around 50 gold if you had to guess.
Okay.
Pretty nice stone to have on an eye patch.
Guess or imitate the sound that someone made when you saw someone selling it. And it depends.
Well, I'll hand it over to him since it's his chest. Yeah. I'll
It's our
unlock mine.
stuff, but yeah, sure.
I'll unlock mine anyway. For sure. I got
Here you go. Put it in
13.
your pocket, Pearson Camille.
This one sticks a little bit. Like you hit a hitch. You don't need to make another attempt.
Alright.
Meanwhile,
26.
both of you heard a request made for Crack's presence and footsteps. You may decide to join your other comrades as they sounds like they found something. What did you say you just got?
26.
That was really what you needed. Just a second take.
Mhm.
This one pops off pretty easy too. There's a trick to it, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably. It is probably the deal.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
check
probably.
the last remaining room.
Oh, okay.
Very
Is that
well.
what you're gonna do?
I was gonna head up there since they're right here. Why not?
This chest contains a lone hairbrush. But the hairbrush's handle and backing are made of silver.
Mm.
That's nice.
Well, I suppose I have feathers, so it's used.
There.
When we find a buyer, we will split the gold.
Uh-huh.
Or the Minotaur can use it. I'm sure he. I'm just a joke.
I'm pretty sure he would need a horse brush. No offense.
It was a joke.
It's fairly nice.
Yeah, I'm saying that's
Oh yeah, no, there's cattle brushes.
or cattle brush, whatever. I didn't grow up on a farm.
You are checking that last room because it's super close.
Yeah.
So people see the rest
I
of the room.
grew up in a gypsy
sees
commune
you.
near a lake. Very different. A lot
Greila
more
is
drunk
about
and
to check
dancing.
the last room, but sees people are convened and Siguror's already got it. So goes ahead and just joins the rest of the group. Maybe watches Siguror walk into the remaining room, which also, much like the first room you inspected, contains a bedroll. Wrinkly, a little worn. There are bits of fluff leaking out of the pillow. It also doesn't smell that great, and it also has a wooden chest at the foot.
How big are these chests, by the way? They're just like rolling.
Like maybe about this big.
Oh, okay. Thinking to myself, what are the chances? Pick up the pillow, see if there's another pouch or anything.
Alright. You pick up the pillow because, hey, you never know. You never know. You pick up the pillow and you find a spider that scampers away.
Yes,
But that's it.
Hey, alright. If there's nothing super else standing out, I'll just grab the chest and carry both of them back out.
You grab the chest, you come to the convention with both chests. Probably about the same time that you would be presenting your one chest.
Hmm.
Also, with them showing up, I'll do the damn experiment now.
Okay.
So you're not by yourself?
Yeah.
Now, using my both combination of my skill in medicine and my can I do intelligence? Would religion or arcana be more relevant to ritual sacrifice?
I'm going to say religion.
Okay, then using my skill in religion and medicine, I'm going to attempt to to attempt to wrap the rope around him, trying to line up where I think the bloodstains would make like the most sense, and see if I can use that to maybe figure out if this was like a ritual sacrifice, if the person was unwilling or willing, just generally doing some CSI shit, being like, oh, the bloodstains are this way. Clearly, the person was struggling, or maybe they were sedated, or there'll be a Who song playing in the background. Just bring it all together, and I want to figure out exactly if I can determine what kind of ritual this is. Do you want me to make checks for both, or?
I'll just take the one.
Okay, well then I'll do the religion, because that adds higher.
Usually the safer bet.
Why? I got a 9.
You should put your purples in dice.
I'll go over it with him and try to give him advantage, I guess, since I
Actually-
also have religion.
Having a willing test dummy, I'm willing to give advantage on that.
That's it.
20.
It is quite unusual seeing one of your comrades find another.
Pinball wizard playing in the background.
Pinball wizard playing in the background.
There was nothing else on Who's Next.
A bit of a genre difference, but sometimes these things happen. Sometimes the shuffle playlist just changes. I don't know.
Well, actually, the sequel would fit, but that's beside the point.
Tommy. Could also.
But we're actually seeking something.
Your suspicions are pretty easy to confirm. The points of blood splatter or blood stains on the rope, since they're dry, like they don't really flake off or anything,
Right.
and match like major points of the body. There are frayed bits of rope that happen to, when you stretch it, if you adjust it correctly, can match about where Crack's wrists would be, which answers the perhaps secondary question you would be wondering.
So it seems like it was a willing person?
No,
No.
because rope's frayed.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just,
These are
that's why I'm clarifying it.
binding ropes.
Then I will say this rope was used in a ritual sacrifice. If my suspicions are correct, that blood in the pool is the aftermath. Perhaps if we could find the blade, I could gather more information, or whatever implement was used to cut them. Additionally, I would like to find the altar or something similar.
I found a bloody knife and some bandages in a bag in the other room, but I didn't bring it with me because it was broken. You can examine it if you
Blood
want.
does not take that long to dry. You can imagine that this has happened too long ago then.
No, but it does help unwind the mystery of the house. If they were taking people and sacrificing them, it could also explain the body upstairs.
And the library of demon books.
Well, I think that was a fully attempted error in performing some sort of magic. Unfortunately, they did not find any books of real substance. Lest they might have been more successful in their attempt to summon a demon, as opposed to merely corralling an overgrown bush. Still, this does not speak well to the inhabitants' intentions. Perhaps the woman we found upstairs wasn't even important at all. She might have just been the sacrifice. Actually, with the ropes, with this, okay, so there were slashes on her dress, right? Do parts of the rope, like that are cut, maybe match where those slashes were?
On the ropes, you're not sure, because she had cuts all over her.
Yeah, but I'm saying on the so the main cuts I'm seeing on the ropes are on the wrist, right? Were the wrists of the dress like cut?
Well, that's points on the rope where they're like frayed. They're not cut. It's more like something has like rubbed against it a bunch until it started like stringing out.
I think she was wrapped in a cloak.
The body was wrapped in a big cloth. Assuming that the spirit that you confronted shortly after discovering those remains was the same thing, that spirit, or that spirit's visage, had a bunch of like cuts and slashes in its like front.
But not any on its arms?
Not that you remember, but
Okay.
you can cut people other places.
Yeah, I'm just curious. That's the first spirit we found might have been a sacrifice, as opposed to a victim of the shambling creature.
This seems like an awful long place to drag somebody when you're already down here, after you've already drained them.
Perhaps, but there is an entrance that goes all the way up to the top.
That's true.
And it would make sense if you were trying to get rid of evidence and you did not want to bury them in the family crypts. They might have been a servant.
So you're right.
There was a nursery upstairs. Perhaps she was a nursemaid.
Would it be reasonable to assume that Greila sets down the chest she was holding
Yeah.
and goes back and grabs whatever?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That
Okay.
is just my theory.
Do that.
3 more.
I'm gonna just. Okay. I got 15.
It gives you a little bit of trouble, but ultimately it gives way. Skill's too strong. You were able to open said chest, and within said chest find 3 small, cloudy green gems.
Okay.
Of their size and weight, you would probably guess, and by guess, I mean you remember seeing somebody say, these are agates, and know that these are agates. Presumably worth roughly 10 gold each.
Cool.
Alright. Next one. Guess you brought 2, right? 12.
Since there's nothing stopping, I should probably just roll to open them.
I'll give Jeff guidance since I know he's doing things with his hands. That...
You return with that bag and grant your comrade guidance.
You can roll a d4.
Open that chest.
Um,
Or rather, attempt to open that chest.
16.
Again, a little tough, but you manage. You're able to pop it open.
I'll give him.
And you find within a weapon. In particular, a short sword.
Alright. And then we had one more, so I'll do it again.
I'll give him guidance again.
Oh,
Really taps you on the shoulder, tells you you can do it.
It's not just a buff that lasts for like a minute.
No, it's until you make a check and then it goes away.
Oh.
14.
I would say it isn't quite enough, except that it is. The lock actually popped up suspiciously easily. However, when you open the chest, regrettably, you find that it's empty.
Save for Millie Rat Corpses.
Save for my rat corpses.
Have you
I
seen
think
what
we
a
would
rat
just
king actually
kill
is?
everybody in that room.
Have you seen what a rat king actually is? Like in real life, by the way.
Yeah, the thing with their tails are all tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all like act as a hive rat for some fucking reason. You
I
didn't,
did.
you didn't know?
Hmm?
Look up Rat King.
It sounds like an RPG thing,
It's a real thing.
but, well, I know because I looked it up for reference, for drawing some stuff. But initially, I was like, this sounds like an RPG thing. It's a real thing. Like, sometimes RPG things are real things.
Just be glad moon rats aren't real.
I don't even know. But what I do know is that you have returned and you present the bag, which, true to Graila's word, contains some broken pieces of knife that have a coppery smell and some long-dried stains on them.
Would checking out the knife be intelligence or perception?
I'll give perception. Actually, what are you looking for on the knife?
Basically trying to figure out if this was the implement used to do the ritual, judging by the way it broke and if the bloodstains look similar to the bloodstains. Or if they look about as dry as the bloodstains on the rope.
Yeah, I'll still give that perception.
Perception, alright, then I'll just advantage. 22.
I was just saying, character, you said it was broken pottery?
Yeah.
Right. I was just saying, character, broken pottery, and motion to the room I was in.
I'll nod.
You think? Like, the pieces are jaggedly broken, which
Maybe
typically doesn't happen to a knife unless, like, you hit something you shouldn't. The stains on it look in your opinion, about as dry as these do. So, pretty likely, if you had to guess.
I believe this was the knife used in the sacrifice.
Did anyone want that short sword, by the way? Like, is someone trying to take it?
What was it? It's just a short sword?
Yeah, as far as I know.
I have a long sword.
I'm asking in case someone needs a backup weapon.
Greila,
I have a few others.
Greila asks if people want the short sword, and out of curiosity, starts looking it over. Looking at it, the blade is different from normal blades. It has an almost whitish glow. Not actually when you hold it up to things, but it appears like that. In your professional opinion, you believe that it has been silvered.
Oh, jeez.
You should take that.
I'll take it.
Five werewolves.
Well, I'll point it out.
Again.
Well, it's silver.
Yeah. Well, I mean, oh yeah, you need proficiency for short sword. Yeah.
Short swords are
There's no
simple
proficiency in
weapons.
the short sword, but he can use it and still use his monk stuff with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only person here who wouldn't be proficient with it is me. As a wizard.
Not that I do you much good. Mine ends up just carving yourself whatever fuck every card in that movie. Man tights. Remember did he carve anything? The blind guy.
It's been a very long time.
Blinken?
Yeah.
Wait. Is Blinken the name of the blind guy?
Pretty sure.
Okay. Doesn't he chop like a fucking arrow in half?
I would say
Like
it'd be mostly useless for him due
No,
to
it's not the blind guy.
running
Oh, that's
away
the-
from enemies.
No, that's the
No,
knife guy.
That's the knife guy,
Yeah.
Because when he puts the things back in, it
He
cuts
cuts
his
his
belt.
pants.
Yeah.
His pants fall in.
The rooms have been explored.
Which path did we come down? That
This
one?
Pretty sure.
And the other one that looks like stairs going down?
It actually goes up a short ways, like maybe 5 feet, and then continues. It looks to loop back around in this direction. Though there's a healthy amount of paths that you passed by on your way to this point, so you will pretty easily run into places you haven't explored if you go either direction.
Let's keep checking out this floor. Let's double back and.
I mean, it's the same.
It's the same floor.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
It's like this much.
Well, let's go this way.
Then you move
We going with torches or not?
to the north.
It's up to you guys.
I will continue to use the torch.
Yeah.
People.
If they're gonna
See,
use the
it's
torch, I
fine.
might as well cast light on my shield to give more light to it. Yeah.
Believe it or not, you come almost immediately to another room.
I don't believe it.
This room is a little more spacious than the last, and has a number of straw pallets scattered around its center. In noticeably nicer condition than the last room that you were in.
I burn it all to the ground.
Coming around the corner, you find a large room with a number of small offshoots. They're very shallow and have straw pallets within them, as well as much lumpier beds, and a wooden table with 4 chairs off to the northern end of the room.
I think being a member of an evil cult would have better benefits than fucking shitty beds and
They might not have
never
been shitty
seeing
at
the
the
light
time.
ever. I don't know. Some were sleeping in straw pallets and the others got lumpy beds, so I'm just saying.
Could be lumpy with straw.
Well, David, I'll search under chairs. I'll search under tables. Trying to find the key to 50 million fables.
Well, also
A
search
noble
room.
endeavor.
I'll give
Did these count
21.
as separate rooms?
myself
Yeah.
guidance.
Those are the shallow other rooms that I described. You kind of just look in and see what's inside.
24 and
I'm
5.
gonna have Cigar check everything. Just everything.
24%.
Everything.
Okay.
Oh, gotta show me up.
He rolled a natural 20.
Fuck you.
What about you?
Hey,
I got a 10 total.
you
so-
should have rolled better. You rolled
Yourself?
advantage. 13.
I guess someone should have rolled better, huh?
Yeah.
Fucking motherfucker.
I have 11 wisdom.
You peek, you poke, Sakar flies. Very quickly, this place reveals that it is barren of magic and barren of interesting objects.
Then we'll move on.
Yeah, there's nothing interesting in any of this. Let's go. Did we come from this direction or that direction?
You came from this direction.
Then we go up that way.
This is just a flat wall, right?
Yes. The group moves down the hallway and comes to something of a split. In that there are two shallow
Left before right.
places.
That's what's always led me.
And of course there's also a hallway that goes down this way.
Right.
That is your vote.
I second it.
Yeah. I third, I guess.
Alright.
Well, it makes sense because either way the hallway is to the right. So if we check out the one to the right first, we have to come back to the left and then go back. It just seems more.
In addition to being logical, it is a generally good tenet to follow.
I'm also lazy,
least that's
so
what I
it
say.
requires more walking to do that than the other. Right.
You're lazy or Graila's lazy?
Both.
Okay.
Traipsing a few feet forward, the group is confronted with a heavy stone slab,
What do you think Graila's strength
upon
score
which is
7?
inscribed in
My strength
memoriam.
score In memoriam, I'm gonna take over Sakar's senses and look, is there any other words written? Maybe faded. Check for secret doors. Just generally check the thing out.
Okay. Siguror has some company at the
18.
front. Sakar flies up, inspects the stone slab.
They can just flap. It doesn't have to land on anything.
No, I mean, like, it flying past, probably. Because, I mean, there isn't really a warning
might not
except
even-
flapping behind.
Well, it's an owl. You might not even hear it.
So it's like
it
radio,
appears
right?
in front of you. Owls fly almost silent.
Yeah, they do. Fly silently.
Yeah.
I mean,
They have
They won't
specialized.
glide.
Well, but even when they're flapping, you can't hear it because they have specialized. I know a lot about owls. They have specialized wings. They have feathers that kind of poke out the front, and then the design of their wings basically means they make no noise because that's how they hunt.
They're predators.
They just appear like right on top of you, and you're like, oh shit, I guess I'm dead now.
I mean, if you're
other
a mouse.
words are found, though it is worth noting that the words in memoriam are very nicely inscribed in the stone slab. No person merely scratched it in. This is done professionally.
Is it a door or a wall? I'm sorry if you specified before.
It is a heavy stone slab. There is no handle upon it, but it is not part of the wall normally.
Is it a grave?
There are some cracks around the slab
It's like a wall coffin.
indicating that it could potentially be moved with either sufficient strength or finesse and strength.
Let's
Well,
move it in.
It's like a
That was a
coffin in the wall.
Push it open.
Hmm.
It's not like I can do it.
Maybe Crack should check it for traps first.
I suppose I could, but we're disturbing the fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna
Are you
mention.
gonna bring that up in character?
Yeah, how are you gonna say that in character?
Oh, I was actually thinking about it as well.
Well, you said it first. I'll do it.
When you say in character and move it, right?
Yeah, I said it should be moved.
Well, fucking Kinky, how am I supposed to? No! Okay, no. Yeah.
Why? We must return these bones to their rightful place. If this is the way into the crypt, should we not go?
Is that gonna bring it up? Because how's my character?
You say it could be a pathway, not a coffin, basically.
Well, I said I think it's a door, and we should go in, and we should return the bodies to their rightful resting place, lest they come back as a phantom again and haunt some other poor soul.
If it was known this was a door, I'd feel more comfortable about it.
Will.
Out of character, when I say it's not a door, I just mean it doesn't have a handle.
No, I mean, it could be like a coffin that's in the wall.
I will say, look at the sides.
Maybe.
There are cracks. It is clearly meant to be pushed open and inward. There's no handle, but it does not mean it is not a door.
The slab is a bit large for it to be a coffin set in the wall.
Mm.
Alright, I suppose I'll give it a shot then.
I would show you myself, but we might be here a while.
Nah, it's a car hazard. Yeah.
We'll be here even longer. I mean, he'll roll a 20 eventually. 20
You
minus
may, if
4.
you wish,
get a
you can
60.
also refuse to open it because you don't want to.
But you would be a big bitch if you did.
Alright, you move it.
I have a strength score of 7, you dick. Do you want me to do it?
What happens when everybody wants the thing open except for the person strong enough to open it?
Then the 2 people with 7 strength aid another, and we'll eventually roll a 20, which will be reduced to 18, but I can probably
After
get it
4
open.
rolls, just sit there. This is just sad.
Well, to be fair, your explanation in character, I'm pretty sure Crack would back you up in that.
Okay, well then yeah, we'll just keep aiding him until he rolls a 20.
I'll give Crack guidance, and whoever is going to open it,
I'm gonna give it a shot.
I'll give him guidance. You can roll a d4 too. 20.
Oh my god, we're gonna be here. Wow.
10.
Also, Greila will help push on the thing, hopefully giving him advantage.
There is a mild puff of dust from within the cracks that surround the slab, and it rattles in place. It's gonna need more juice.
Can I assist him?
You can if you wish.
Alright.
Roll your. Okay.
So with advantage, it's +2.
Advantage.
Supposed to be with advantage.
And you said guidance again?
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I
Would you
gonna
not
do?
roll the guidance?
No.
Let's see. 4, 7, 27.
It collapses with a thunderous thud. The place around you seems to shake for a few
Perhaps
moments.
not that hard. Just saying.
Once the dust clears, you reveal a dugout room with an empty stone coffin in the center.
So this was a tomb, not a coffin.
Well, still,
Its stone top resting against its side.
okay. So try and learn.
Yeah.
I'm normally like family crypts have plaques and stuff, so I'm gonna look for the name first, before anyone, and I'll advise, do not attempt to open the crypt until we have determined whose it is.
I do not feel comfortable becoming a grave robber.
I think everyone's in agreement.
But we are not here to rob graves, we're here to return bodies to their rightful place.
Speak for yourself.
I'll say in
I'm just joking. No,
I'll say in
that would be super
Fuck you, I
abject
see.
for Greila.
I see 2 ends on my alignment chart. Fuck you.
I'm one school short of a mouse. Is it? Fuck, I can't remember the goddamn quote now.
I like getting paid. so
Bender says it when he's
yourself.
robbing graves at some point. He's like, I'm one skull short of a Mouseketeers reunion or something like that.
What?
Jesus Christ. 19 on
He's a
search of the
robot.
room.
Fun times. On searching this room.
Yeah, well, the crypts.
Quick search reveals nothing that you guys had missed before. It seems like the place that you had just moved the stone slab to, if it belongs to anybody, there's no notation of it.
So there's no words like on the coffin itself, or not the coffin, there's like a mausoleum thing, right? Or not, god damn it, what is it called? A fucking crypt? I thought a crypt was just the housing area from it, and then the actual, like, thing with the stone slab that has the body in it was called something else.
I think
Tomb? Is that?
I think
Does the corpse house have any words on it?
I am uncertain. This particular corpse house does not. However, when you move over to the next one, this stone slab has in memoriam and also neatly engraved a name. Elizabeth Durst.
Okay, so there's walls.
Elizabeth. That is the wife, right? If I remember correctly.
It was one of the names on the.
kids.
It was one of the two parental names on the will. So you
Okay.
think.
We'll say. I believe this is the wife's grave. If we find, well,
Similarly, blocked by a stone slab. The stone slab that has just been read.
let us check the rest of these slabs. This one has no name on it. If we find the names of the children's on the other ones, then we have no need to disturb this one. Agreed?
But I thought we had the bones, the mother.
That could be a servant.
We might, but I'm thinking it might be more of a servant now. Because
Would that be a bad
Sasha
assumption?
thinks that the lady we found was probably sacrificed. Because if it was the wife, wouldn't she have been put in the crypt? Right? Like, the only reason the kids weren't put in the crypt is because they were trapped, and clearly the parents were already dead by that point. So I'm
That's the
guessing
mother walking
this
in the
is
room.
probably a nursemaid. I mean, we found a swaddle and a rocking chair. They were probably expecting another child. So, and rich people don't take care of children themselves. They have serving people for that.
Yeah, that's true.
So in Sasha's head, he's 98% sure that's actually just a serving person. And that the wife is somewhere down here, probably with the husband. Maybe still alive, who knows? Like, fuck, maybe they're just crazy and evil.
As her lady,
She might have been a
scratching
cultist, too.
on the other side of the wall. It's like,
Sorry.
Also, we gotta watch out for a shadowy mound that sneaks up on us.
Also, yeah, keep a
Oh,
lookout for
yeah.
plants.
We just have to not argue in front of bushes or mounds.
Yeah.
Again.
no, you know what? I hope it pops out of that corner and eats you.
That literally happened to
I
us.
just imagine.
Yeah.
Hey, I have strong words about, and you look, and like there's a bush, and you like move 10 feet away about your actions.
We literally argued, and then David kept erasing something on the map and drawing it closer, and eventually I was like, why is the bush moving? And then, like, we all kind of started paying attention to it, and then it attacked us, and we're like, what the?
And nearly killed us.
Yeah. It nearly killed us.
We were arguing about a goat because we found a bag of tricks and we had popped a goat out.
And Jesse wanted to
And we
eat
were
the
like,
fucking goat.
let's eat the goat
No.
because
It's a
and
goat.
then this guy was just like, that's horrible, and it's like, motherfucker,
It's a goat.
it's not even a real goat.
That goat is our friend.
That's the argument. Yes, that goat is our friend. First of all, it's a goat we pulled out of a magic bag. It was charmed to like us and ate us for 24 hours. I don't do shit.
It was made out of magic.
And
Well,
we
I
didn't
think
know
from
that.
the far room.
Yeah, and if you had tried to eat it, it would have literally disappeared.
Then why would you argue?
We didn't know that at the time. Our character.
I thought they
didn't
should
know.
have found that it was a real goat, and that only fueled the contention.
Yeah, it was a real goat, but we they'd end up arguing about whether it was like summoned or created, like if it was just taken from somewhere or if it was like a created.
Yeah, and then we got snuck up on by a plant because someone had to be a fucking
You just
butt
gotta,
about
you
it.
just
I
gotta
was
watch
a
out.
druid. What do you want from
You just
me?
gotta watch out for the bushes.
You're a druid, not a
Long story
vegan.
short.
I don't care to go with a friend.
For what it is worth, this hallway is short enough that when you pass by, you can easily recognize it as the stairway that you came down in the first place to.
Stairway to heaven.
The stairway back up to the attic.
Okay.
So you've already been here.
Starting point, and then back here is just crypt, and then there are
These are
crypts.
probably more crypts, so let's just keep going.
Okay.
Look at the names on the crypts, and if one of them is what was it, like Thorn
Wait.
something and Roselda? or
Did we
something?
try to check to see if
Yeah,
there's
weird
actually a
names.
body in that crypto that we were just in?
The one with no name.
Well, yeah. Well,
You said
do
not
you
to
want
disturb it
to? Because if it's not,
if it's not who we're looking. Yeah, but it
Yeah.
would tell us if something's in there or not. Well, we could leave it alone.
Or
If
we
it-
pop it open and
Well,
another
are you
fucking
gonna-
ghost pops out and attacks us.
Well, it was it the mom's crypt?
No, we.
No.
no. This had a crypt with no name. This had the mom's crypt. It looks like. If you wanna, bring up in character, we can go back and do it.
We should. Well, yeah, we should check to see if the mom is actually buried in the crypt, because she could be alive if she wasn't the thing in the trunk. But if she was the thing in the trunk, we could put her where she belongs as well.
And what about the other one? What's my name?
The one that we found in the study.
No.
In here was the crypt that had no
There's two
name.
crypts around.
Yeah. But we don't know who belongs in the crypt with no name, but we do know that the crypt with the mother's name, the
Might
mother
just be an
belongs
empty
in there.
crypt waiting for the next person to die.
Yeah.
Because you don't
like-
make somebody's crypt before
Maybe.
they die.
Yes, you do. That's actually exactly how a family crypt works. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, if you have
Kinda
a
morbid.
family, you know they're gonna die at some point.
Yeah.
The stone slab that you stop in front of
Did you
here
watch Game of Thrones? That's how
No.
all of their
also has an inscription, would you believe?
That depends what the inscription is. If it's the inscription of Dick Butt, I will not believe it.
It is not Dick Butt.
Okay.
It is an inscription that reads, In Memoriam, Gustav.
Okay,
That's
that's
other.
probably the dad. Let's keep going.
I'm not stomping on Sasha.
Going here or here?
Is this a hallway?
Because
or-
these are both-
Insights
these are
and
both
fan
new.
fiction.
Oh, these are both hallways?
These are both.
She's
stepping
stepping
on
on
them.
Wait,
You
wait.
shouldn't encourage.
They're also
them
both
either.
places.
But if this is the way we came in initially, does that mean we would have already passed those?
We had passed there, but we didn't
You
look down
passed them, but you didn't check them out because you were following the chanting.
Yeah,
Only-
and then we came across the zombies. So yeah, let's get in there and check the crypts.
Ooh, these are hallways.
It could be crypts. There.
Let's check the hallways.
The first one we come across then?
Okay.
The one to the right?
Also, if we had checked the crypt, maybe we would have found out if the things that were supposed to be in there
Here, you are
are the
confronted.
ghouls that we killed earlier, too, maybe.
Here you are confronted by another split. Dual heavy stone slabs with inscriptions, though these inscriptions are attributed to an individual named Rose
Is that one of the
and
kids'
to an
names?
individual named Thorn.
All right.
Though it is Thornbolt on the door, and you recognize Thornbolt from the will. Much like
I was-
Rose, and you're like,
I thought Rose was like another weird name, like Rose.
Rose.
her proper name is longer.
Okay. I was saying, because we have found our destination. Siguror, if you get the thing open.
Yeah, these ones I'm going to try and not slam open, more just actually slide them open so they can just be slide whacked into place.
For flavor's sake, which one do you move first?
Rose is older, isn't she? Maybe she should go. Well, The
It doesn't matter. Just
Shit.
I'll just pull
That's
out.
why I
I'll
said-
just pull out a copper coin and just
The
fucking
flavor.
flip it.
Hey.
Odd the kid, odd the son, even the daughter.
I'd be like, why?
Daughter.
You could just pick a door.
Also, I'll give him the 8 action.
Move over. Start pushing that slab.
You have
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
I'll give him guidance as well. So
So that was for the 2.
No, you don't re-roll that.
No, that I didn't roll the 4 initially. So I forgot
yeah,
about
you
that.
don't
roll
re-roll
the
it.
4 twice. You keep the 1 on both rolls.
Oh. 18.
You push, get your hooves in there, and move it. Relatively gently, all things considered. What greets you is an open, empty coffin, and nothing else.
Put her in.
Well, I'll put the bag in front of you because you're the only one that can identify which bone pile is the pile.
What?
Fine.
You put
I
them all in
will-
the same bag.
We'll
Yeah.
take over
Actually from the
Sakar's
graveyard.
senses. I will take over Sakar's senses, pull her out, place her into the thing as gently as I can. I don't know why I'm still talking like a lot of character, but I'll place it in as he'll place it in as gently as possible. Cross her. Do I know like funeral generally how they're placed?
Here. With this
Yes.
plan. So.
I'm also a cleric.
Then
so
I will set it down and I will place the hands correctly and
Or what remains.
I do not have. I would say, do any of you have a candle?
I have an explorer's pack now. Oh yeah, because
No, it's a spare one.
I have incense sticks and a prayer book.
the shitload of torches.
We can burn some incense.
Would you like to say something?
Out of character. Not really.
Serious, huh?
I'll say something. Do you actually need me to say something? Like,
If you're feeling particularly inspired, you can,
okay,
but it will not be required.
no. I'll
Until
just
the
say
next time it comes up.
I'll just say generic cleric shit when burying someone. I'm sure I got trained in
Nice
this.
getting into character.
Yeah.
I'll just say
You're
some
welcome.
prayer shit.
I'll say some cleric shit.
The bones are laid, prayer is said, and a fleeting spark of hope, perhaps optimism, strikes you all, as you feel that you have done a good thing
Okay.
this day.
I was gonna say
Hers move the door back into
And
place.
you do your best to move the door back into place.
Grayla is
Oh, actually,
relatively young anyway, so she probably hasn't done that too often.
Actually take some stuff and put the symbol for passage on the crypt or on the door.
You do your own part, your special send-off, before moving on to the second stone slab. Thorn nodes.
2, 4, 26.
You push the door open. It is no match for your mighty strength. It kind of slips a little bit. You put more oomph into it than maybe you meant to. Again, there's a very loud thud that proclaims your arrival into the
Time has come. So have I.
Roll 20. Cool. You get the door open and throw it down the hallway.
Much like
You
the
don't know
last
how it is.
room, this one contains
No,
merely
no.
an empty stone coffin, open to the world and empty.
Okay. I will take Thorn from the pack, do the same thing. Da-da-da.
How many bodies do you still carry?
4 left.
4 left after the kids?
3 of the people are from the werewolf pile that we've dug up.
Oh.
Hmm.
Maybe we should just put them in the unnamed ones since we don't know who the fuck they are. Be lying. Maybe we should put them in.
I care.
I don't know. Well, I'm just saying. Maybe we should put them in the other
Does your
ones.
character want to give them a proper burial?
The bones
Like,
are
appropriate
laid.
to bury them in a
Right.
Yeah, he said excuse his language, and I'm like, why do I give a shit?
Rites are read, and this spirit as well is laid to rest.
I'll bring it up to Siguror that we could put the unnamed people bones we found in the unnamed crypt. They're not members of this family, but since it's not named and we don't know who they are either, it seems a little bit appropriate.
The bones we found were redug up. Means they come from someplace, from some grave.
You want to keep carrying? You want to just keep carrying them around with us until we find where?
I doubt they came from that far away. They're probably from the closest town. I would guess this one, if any.
Probably.
And if not, then we can bury them at the graveyard there if they become too much of a burden. But
Alright.
it seems inappropriate to not even try.
It also seems poor to put bones not belonging to a family in a family's crypt.
There's clearly people that probably aren't in this family in this crypt anyways. Not
They
counting
can't-
us.
Look at you. Look at you.
No,
Look at you.
not
what
counting
Greila
us.
meant.
Yes, there are.
Despite perhaps the suspicious thing that was just said, as you eye your companions, you definitely feel the aftermath of truly putting spirits to rest. Out of character, you all gain inspiration.
Cool.
And now we proceed further. There are a few more stone slabs. By a few, I mean these two.
Okay, well, you wanted to check out the
If you
husband
decide.
and wives, right?
Yeah, that's what.
I'll say, if you believe it is a good idea, Greila, I have nothing against it.
Where does it look?
Real quick, I'm just going to step over here. What does the name on this last one say? Just to get it out of the way now.
Technically, there are two more. Then these two,
Oh, sure.
you walk, you read, and you walk and you read. Actually, my bad, you were correct. There was only one more. I forgot. This is part of a different thing. This last one is entitled In Memoriam Elizabeth.
There are two Elizabeths?
Seems to be a common name in this family.
Because this one was also Elizabeth.
That's it.
You squint. It's odd.
I recognize that Elizabeth anyway.
But upon taking a second look, the name warps and twists
Huh.
to Walter.
Ah.
Very close
It went
to
from
Elizabeth.
my first girlfriend to my father. This is weird. And
Well, it does be
weird.
lucky that it didn't happen to you in person.
Pseudoscience claims some disturbing implications can be read into this. Real science declares nothing.
What about quantum mechanics?
Well, quantum mechanics forbids this.
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page about that. Yes, let's do Elizabeth first.
Very well.
Around what do you got?
26.
Jesus
You-
Christ.
Boom!
Yeah, I kind of wish that these were on. Yeah. Battle.
It opens, and once the dust clears, laid bare before you is an empty coffin.
Huh.
Well, that is unusual.
Sure, check the mother side.
Wait, so
I wanted
It
to
might
check the coffins. Sarcophagus is actually the word I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Guy.
I am going to check the sarcophagus specifically to see if it looks like something maybe clawed its way out.
I thought that was Egypt.
No, I'm
I
pretty sure
was-
it's just a sarcophagus.
I always wondered why you used sarcophagus in like the normal setting. I was like,
Sarcophagus, coffin.
No,
There's like 2 more words
Well,
for
the
it.
thing is, I think when it's like a stone one built into the ground with a big slab on top, that's a sarcophagus. That's not a coffin, because a coffin can be picked up and moved. A sarcophagus is literally built into the ground, and then usually has a big like thing you have to push off.
Yeah.
right? Whereas
Sarcophagus.
the coffin has like a hinge you can open.
Well, see, I'm kind of remembering more Tales from the Crypt, and the Crypt Keeper comes out of one of the stone slabs.
A sarcophagus is a stone coffin typically adorned with a sculpture or inscription and associated with ancient civilizations of Egypt, Rome, and Greece.
Well, if it's really important, we can
So
look
it's
it
not
up.
just Egypt. I'm just saying, like, it's not just Egypt. Egypt is the
Also,
iconic.
That is
element.
why I was saying that.
Also in Diablo 2, early on when you go, or in Diablo 1 also, those are sarcophagus. The ones you click on, and sometimes skeletons come out. And later in levels, it's burning dead.
Alexander the Great had too.
You said you wanted to inspect the coffin, but with what?
I want to inspect the coffin just to make sure, like, I'm looking for claw marks and stuff. Maybe, like, he rose from his grave.
But
Whatever. They're dead now. Does it really matter? So, yeah, perception?
Yes.
Or, okay. 22. On Sakar being like, Mr. Owl, how many zombies are in the sarcophagus?
Hey,
Let's find out.
you're not looking right.
Sakar
You gotta look this way.
flies over and inspects the sarcophagus and is met with a swarm of insects that boil forth and begin their attempts to surround and attack the group.
Huh.
Okay.
And we will see how that works out afterwards. And so we return. The group confronted by a roiling mass of centipedes.
Oh, I thought they were flying. Okay.
oh yeah, you're on initiative.
Now
Five.
Swarms fly.
And I got a 5. It got a 1, so I'm not going to use my thing to lower it. Well, 1 plus whatever it adds.
Go figure.
Maybe I'll use the...
Ranger's got advantage, but I can't figure what.
Yeah, Rangers get advantage on initiative. So just roll again if you have
I
advantage.
did already.
Oh.
I got 9 total.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you roll the other time?
I heard a 5.
No,
I heard a 9 from
five.
Crack.
the 5 I
What about
add
you?
4 to the initiative,
Six.
so I add the
Six
first
from
one
you.
rolls a
You
5.
already rolled the first one.
What about you?
21.
9.
Believe it or not, Greila goes first.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a swarm of centipedes.
Yes.
I will cast Sacred Flame on it. It needs to make a dex save, I believe.
Should I have thought of guiding bolt before it starts choosing right engagement with people? Oh, just saying it's not damage.
Fine.
What's...
No,
I feel like...
No. That's alright. We'll throw out a guiding bolt.
Very well.
Okay.
Hmm.
I just wanted to make sure. Let me get 2 of your d6s.
Also, I've been meaning to, but if you're cool with it, can I change my metal part or different?
Yeah, that's fine. Does 17 hit?
It does.
Okay, then it takes 14 radiant damage.
As you assault the swarm with a guiding bolt. They burn and writhe and shriek insectoid shrieks underneath the might of the radiant damage. I believe it would be Crack's turn next. You said 6?
9.
9. Still you.
What the hell did you guys say for initiative?
6.
Damn. I'm sorry, I just... Well, the next thing was a 9, I was like...
Hey, it's not that bad when there's only 1.
If you attack it, you'll have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage.
Because
when you
guiding
attack.
bolts.
The next thing that attacks it.
Yeah, before the end of my next turn.
It's part of the reason I suggested it, because I'd give Crack advantage on the spearhead. And one advantage on the 2 follow-ups, but leave spear.
That seems I know, it really seems like a poor idea to try using like a spear or something like a swarm. I mean, I know D&D may not have that tactful type of thing for
19?
types of enemies, but
That is a hit.
Cool. I got
It takes him finagling, I'm sure.
10 damage on that one.
Alright.
And then now my unarmed, which I'm pretty sure will do Jack.
yeah, you're stomping on bugs.
Flurry.
Oh yeah, but yeah, off flurry because there's no reason to. And he kind of forgot about the goddamn key point thing.
The ranger has taken over his mind. He's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I got 21.
That is a hit.
Alright.
I have a ranger that multi-classed into monk. What are you talking
It's a
about?
good multi-class. They're both Dex Wisdom classes.
I think if you're a monk, multing into ranger is better than if you're a ranger and multing into monk.
7 damage.
You rip into it once again.
And then
For yet 7 more damage. However, this quenches the sea of insects.
Go figure.
Yeah, you don't even have to turn your key point.
okay, never mind.
That's sweet.
It was easily scattered, and you may collect your moist, roly-poly Tootsie Roll at some point.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to make a bunch of rattling noise, and so I just didn't bother.
Thanks.
Or you could collect it right now.
Do you want me to throw it in the sink first? Because you explicitly said moist.
How about no?
It's an ambient moistness, not a direct moistness.
If I wasn't a sentient being, I imagine he probably needs to stay on freaking centipede. Because don't birds eat freaking centipedes and shit.
Yes, but
I don't think these are sentient.
I said if I wasn't sentient, dude. Me, my character.
I misheard you.
Check out the
You were able to resume your inspection.
actually no, and now that Siguror will check out the rest of the room, but will now specifically like land on the lip of the hole that the things are from and grab a if there's any remaining like a centipede or grub in there, it'll grab and eat it.
There are a few corpses left over. Uncrushed. The coffin shows no unique signs of tamperment.
Okay. And there's nothing else like maybe in the hole that they all poured from? Oh, sorry, they poured from inside the sarcophagus.
but the
There
bones
seems to
were
not be.
explicitly missing though. Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, let's check out Gustav's room. If you still want to.
I still would prefer to check. I don't want any more corpses roaming up on us.
I mean, they'd have to break down, they'd have to get through the stone door.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, were there claw marks on the sarcophagus?
No, he said there weren't any.
Nothing, they were empty, which means there's no corpse in there. So, the bones
Which means there
buried
never was.
might be.
Gustav's hefty stone slab greets you. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
Oh, Gustav or Elizabeth forever buried.
Yeah. So maybe those bones
might
we
still
found
be
in the
alive.
attic were hers.
I still think it's the servant.
Yeah,
Why would he put his wife in a
Push.
trunk?
It
I
doesn't
don't-
move, but you've opened enough of these to know it only takes a little bit more force. It rattles up.
This is, it's still more.
By what? 1?
14.
Yeah, by 1.
By 2.
You're doing your best to ease into it and come up just shy of being able to move it. Just a little more. There's been a few that you've just kind of plowed through, but you don't want to do it again.
Yeah, I really don't.
He got
4, 5,
tired
6,
of-
7, 27.
You got
However,
Gentle.
strength gets the best of us all sometimes, or so you might think, as you slam the thing open with great force, revealing a room much like the others, in that it contains a coffin, though this one is lidless and empty as well.
well, that's
Check
not good.
around
Yeah, we'll check around the room.
and search with my magic as well. 21.
It is small, so you can't all enter at once.
Yeah.
You do your best to look from either within or without. And upon inspecting the room closer, find nothing amiss. Save perhaps for the empty coffin in front of you.
Okay.
Alright.
And it doesn't look like anyone climbed out?
No.
Okay.
So they didn't make it in here, basically.
There are no markings.
And let us
The
search
lid
wall
that sets
for
to the
them.
side is not, is just there. Unless you advance.
Walter is one of their grandparents or something?
Could be.
Your
I don't
last
recognize the name,
chance.
do
No.
I? Okay, yes then.
Your last
Yeah,
chance
they're
to
wrong.
gently open a stone slab.
Oh, this is the
This is
third
Walter.
weird name that we don't know.
Yeah, this is Walter. Okay.
He enrolled at
2 17s in a row.
25?
4, 8. Yeah. 25.
This one slams open as well. It is nothing compared to your strength, despite what you may or may not have to say about it. Once it opens and the dust clears, you find that this room is much like the others, the main difference being that this one is coffinless.
Oh.
But an empty room greets you.
19. To search the room in case this is some sort of stubborn loot repository. Shake the room until loot comes out.
Siguror flies hither and thither, maybe even thither,
What?
but finds nothing of interest.
Say from related corpses.
It depends on how interested you are in rat corpses.
Sakar seems like it would be.
I like a couple.
Okay.
We feast for an owl.
I think like 4 would be.
I'm referencing Mother 3. There's a point where you open a mailbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says
Or
you
you-
find nothing inside except for million rat corpses.
I'm not sure if it's a mailbox, but yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
does
sure it's a
happen.
mailbox.
Well, whatever it is.
Modern
Those references.
comedy situations require modern solutions.
See, it's a classy Mother reference.
Mm-hmm.
And then I botched it by doing the follow-up.
Well, I mean, we
instead of works.
looked at everything else.
Alright, let's
so,
keep going then.
Yeah.
Let's go that way.
Before we went straight, correct?
This is the way we came in. We
No.
initially went that
Well,
way.
yeah, when we were following the chanting.
Oh,
we
we
should
did.
check. Yeah.
And in fact, going down this way brings you to a room you've already been in before.
Mm-hmm.
You come to the room with the table and the bones that you have visited before. What's more, you've now already been this way,
Mm-hmm.
and know that this way will lead back to the room with the well, and this way leads to the downstairs.
What about the other one?
This way leads in a direction where you confronted the ghouls, but there are a couple of paths that you didn't take down that direction.
We'll go that way then.
Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza. Yeah.
So what's supposed to mean
You advance.
It means we keep going that way.
Unless anyone had different desires.
No,
No, I'm gonna go see.
my desire is to explore the whole floor, so if we can miss it, we can explore the whole floor.
Need that 100% map completion in order to get a bunny that slows me down, but sells for a lot. Crystal bunny.
There you go. You gotta. I mean, you just gotta.
They sell for a lot.
You're not playing the real game if you don't.
How am I gonna spend all my money crafting useless bullshit before I can craft one thing of use at all?
How, I ask you, how?
Did you see that small video of the two guys go, like just doing typical RPG stuff? Oh man, I'm out of mana. Use a potion. But I only have so many. I want to save them for later. This is the final boss.
Yeah,
I only have 80 potions.
You can't buy ethers.
Oh, you can't buy either.
You have 98 of them!
This is the final fight.
What if I need
I
them?
only have 80 or something.
Yeah, that's Prosy. That's a good sketch.
Though many people have made it before, I do believe that he is correct. You come to a crossroads. This is an old direction that also leads towards the stairways down. You've not traversed here, nor you've traversed here.
Well, left before straight.
Alright.
That's fine.
Left would be the way that you've already been.
Our left, David.
Yeah.
Look at the way our paws are facing. Left.
Pretty sure that should be right.
That's
Never eat soggy left.
Are we walking backwards?
You advance.
No wonder we suck so much. David's
To
been
the
imagining
side.
us walking backwards down hallways this whole time. Why is my perception so bad? I don't know.
You find a wide room. A number of moldy skeletons hang from shackles,
Oh, interesting.
strewn about the walls. There's a wide alcove in the south wall that contains a painted wooden statue, carved in a familiar likeness, though not to all of you. It is of a gaunt, pale-faced man wearing a voluminous black cloak, his pale left hand resting upon the head of a wolf that stands next to him. In his right hand, he holds a smoky gray crystal orb.
Check for traps.
Does Sakar bring the statue to my attention?
It does. For it recognizes it as well as you do.
So
You
Well,
know
I'll
your heart of
take over
hearts.
his perception and look at it, and I will.
my roll was 16, and then turn that fucking 8 on base. God damn.
As you walk
Fucking
forward, I
nice.
will say, stop.
Yeah.
It is the demon.
Stop as in you're telling him to not check
Well,
the
I'm
traps.
telling everyone to just stop, like if they're moving forward.
And yes, you recognize it immediately as a statue of Strahd von Zarovich.
This is a statue of the demon,
Hmm.
Lord of this land.
Is the crystal he's holding significant in any way?
I do not
Well.
know.
You said Lord of this land. Like he rules this place?
Yes.
The statue is here.
So
that is the one I would seek then.
Yeah, I'm 12 on searching for traps.
I'm gonna look at the statue. Well, Sakar will look at the statue. Is there any, like, other than the crystal orb, is there anything about it, about the pedestal maybe, or...
Siguror can check that.
Assume I find nothing there.
22.
I'm going to tell you in but a moment. You, Crack, begin poking around. The room, apart from the statue, is pretty barren. It's a little moldy, it smells dank like the rest.
Okay.
You've been seeing footprints up until this point in the dirt, but here you don't see any. You don't find any traps. Siguror inspects the statue.
I have a question, David. The footprints we've been seeing in the dirt, were they did they have shoes on, or were they clearly bare feet?
They were shoed.
Okay.
Some even booted. The statue is a very good likeness. Expert craftsmanship. Not that Siguror, or you by extension, are experts on craftsmanship, but you can just tell.
Right.
There was a lot of love and attention put into this. The regality shines through in almost an idealistic way.
I will say to the others, do I know if cults to Strahd are a thing? Like, do people sacrifice stuff to Strahd?
You are aware that, you're aware that there's at least a small portion of people who really like believed he was some sort of evil, like god among men. You'd heard rumors before, but now that you're here,
I will
maybe
say,
Could be in the place.
these men worship the demon. They deserve everything that happened to them. We must destroy this place.
Exactly what I was thinking. Move over, push the statue over.
Why are you pushing over statues?
you move.
Well,
But first, I must say that you didn't find any traps, but as he's moving over to push over the statue, you notice something
Just
that
at least take the
like
orb.
you
You don't
passed
break it.
over before. It wasn't a trap, but you did notice something that was like a little odd over in this section. And you're like, I was passing over it because I was just looking for traps, but like maybe it's worth further inspection. And you're like looking at it, and you're like, I think that might be something. And then there's a loud crash, just like the statue is pushed over.
Does the orb break?
The orb does not break.
Oh.
It falls, it rolls to a stop, and then there's a chorus of ghastly howls.
Nice, Ed.
Figures with long
This
black
is the cause
robe-like
why I'm here.
shadows rise
It's just a
from
statue.
around.
Shadows?
I said like shadows.
Oh.
They are shadows, however.
But they only appear if you notice them.
No, that the one before only attacked if you notice it. That does not mean they're not.
I die, I am going to kill you.
Hey,
I have 7 strength.
you said we're gonna die today.
Yeah, but we're dying because of Ed, not because of David. It's not David's fault at all. It's purely Ed's fault this time.
Can't be both.
No,
Can't I blame both of them?
I mean you can, but it would be illogical.
Wait, what? What? I was back there.
Yeah, I was in the hallway still, actually.
No, you weren't.
I was specifically back here.
No, I was talking to.
To me? Alright, fine. I also have some strength, David. I would really appreciate not being right next to a fucking shadow.
Ghastly howls of indignation ring out as they move to attack.
Just
Okay.
for the record,
I'm
That's
sorry.
Great.
It fits. I played to the floss. I'm sorry.
Out of
Does
character,
yeah, it's a statue.
Out of
It didn't do
character,
anything to your
I
family.
do-
They were worshiping him.
They-
Adherents of other gods and people are foolish.
Out of character.
I worship
I'd
a
like
I
to see
thought
my
it was
initiative rolls.
cool.
I would like to see some initiative rolls, Raven.
You didn't know that would happen.
You're gonna get us killed. We're gonna die.
Though on the flip
That's
side,
what we see
disturbing
rocks.
things has led to encounters
Hey.
before.
More experience.
Okay, so
That was
14
pretty
at 5, unless we die. A 19. Okay, that 19's a 2, by the way. A 6 and a 8. Okay, so that 14 was a 9 and that 19 was a 2. I will use both of my
Changing my
portents.
2 to a 9.
What?
No, it's your fault. Fuck you.
Alright.
You got a 2? What did you get?
17.
I don't know. I got a 10.
That 14. Which one was the 14? Was that the first thing you rolled?
You're making that a 2.
It was the first.
I believe it was the second or
Yeah.
third.
It wasn't this guy, was it? Because if this guy got a 14, I'm making it a 9.
No, I believe the 14 was this guy.
Okay. What was this guy's roll?
I believe this guy was a 4.
Okay, then yes, I will make his 2 a 9. Also, that's both my portents, so fucking, if you're expecting anything else, you are shit out of luck.
Are shadows undead?
Yes, so please,
I'm gonna turn them.
for the love of God, turn them.
You did.
What's your flaw?
You are
His flaw is
so
he's a
lucky.
dipshit. Also, he said his flaw, but you know I'm a cleric of another god. I would worship your god. Who the fuck do you worship?
Group of gods. The
Which
gods
group?
following
Which group of gods do you follow?
Norse.
Well, I don't follow them, asshole.
What's your
No.
You're wrong.
Adherents of other gods to be deluded innocents at best or ignorant fools at worst.
Yeah, it was
Regardless, I'm not part
just,
of
you
the
know.
group that follows your god.
No, exactly. So you're just deluded innocents. It's fine.
Except for I'm better than you. I'm a cleric. So fuck you.
Hey, you're better at making things shiny. It's cool.
No. I'm better than you. My god gives me powers. What does your god do for you?
You're about to see.
Okay.
Because I have never had to, or I've never gotten to because of prestige.
Hmm.
That's
Oh
not
my
just
God,
your gods,
bless.
that's the ancient spirits of your ancestors. You're not
Yeah.
a zealot.
No, but it can
Forgive
go
me.
along with ancestors and following Norse.
Oh, yeah, David, actually, I need my bag when you got a second. Or do you have a... No, you took it out, okay. God damn it. I got 11.
And what of Greila?
10.
Greila is the 10.
17.
Crack. 17 for crack. And it's a 9 for Siguror.
Well, these things resist physical, right?
Hmm. Good thing I do a bunch of
Yeah,
magic.
they
Great.
resist physical.
Great.
Whatever one, if we're trying to kill them, whichever one we target, everyone attack that one. Do not harm any of the other ones. I have to concentrate on keeping them from killing us.
It
Turn. Right.
is Crack's turn first.
Okay, which one are we attacking first?
Whichever one you decide to attack. You
I would
choose.
prefer this one since it's the one that can reach me, but... Or can you just reach into the bag and hand me the pencil case?
Okay, fine.
Sure. It's not a bad. It's not a bad target to go for.
Well, that's the one I would prefer to be dead.
No, I was saying it's not a bad target.
And I'll use my.
Well, wait. Don't these things? Can't they go through walls or no?
They can go to incredibly small spaces.
I don't think they can go through people spaces. And
Yeah.
if they can, we're fucked anyway, so just...
18 hit.
It does leave.
Okay. 6 damage on that one.
Forgive me, I'm just not looking at the board when you were discussing which one you were hitting.
He's hitting the nearest
Cool.
him. Oh, actually, both axes.
And for 4 damage.
16. Oh, no, I see as first. It's the
Okay. Okay. 6.
But you're adding your +2 from them being dead, right?
No, I'm not.
Favorite enemy.
So 8.
Yeah. 8.
Which gets reduced to 4, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, but still, it's better than 6 being reduced to 3.
Yeah.
5 shadows. Fucking really.
I thought it was
22 to hit.
You know, David, if you were using milestone, you would have been level 1 when this happened.
2.
When do you get level
There's some stuff.
But we would have had to rest.
To get to that. And you would have rested.
10. I know.
I'm sorry.
That's 10 more physical damage?
10 total.
Oh, 10 total.
2? Remember, instead of flurry, you can give yourself the dodge action for 3.
Yeah, okay.
Which would basically give them all disadvantage attacking you. So you would be interested.
Yeah, it's safety sense. No, I'll do it 5 or something.
You
Patience defense, is it?
slash and rip at the shadow. Its wisps seemingly coming apart in your hands, but lingering just a little bit after you pass through. It's resistant, but you've made some headway.
I don't see exactly.
Maybe. Definitely. As the ghastly creature turns.
This has a patient defense that has a disadvantage.
Which one?
Very well. This one.
The one you were ripping and tearing at.
It's not diet.
It's next to you.
Yeah.
Oh, it does have flanking though.
Yeah.
So it just rolls normally.
That is true. Well, no. It's true.
Better than advantage.
This is true. It attempts to lash out. It's not successful. Too swift. It then becomes Sasha's turn.
Okay, so Siguror will prepare an action to give the aid, or to give aid to the next thing that Crack attacks. Sasha, am going to cast a spell. Veritas, Credo, Oculos, and I will cast mirror images and move down the hall.
Won't you not be able to help your friends though?
On my next turn, I'll move back in and attack one of them, but this way, none of them can reach me this turn.
Very well.
I mean, unless they have more than 30 feet movement, but
think
I'm
shadows
not
can-
getting hit. I have
shadows-
7 strength.
I think shadows can teleport, can't they?
Well, if they can, they'll have to hit through my mirror images.
There's only one way to find out.
I do not want to
just
die.
I don't know. I mean, you could have killed this one and then ran, because this was a critical HP.
I need mirror images.
I described
These
it being
things can
damaged.
kill me.
I didn't describe it at critical health.
These things can
You said
kill
it's
me
barely holding
really
on, so I took
fast.
that as at critical HP.
The wisps that came off when he clawed through it lingered a little afterwards.
I already talked about qualities.
It happens.
Can I roll religion to know if they're weak to radiant?
Sure.
14.
You are positive that they are weak to radiant damage. They are creatures of the dark. They do not abide by the light. This shadow moves and attacks.
Wait, didn't you do an 11?
Yeah.
So this one got a 10 then?
It might have gotten 11, but players take priority.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I do it. That's how I do players take priority, but I am generous.
Same, unless I'm feeling not generous.
But trust me, there were a couple times in that last fight where the other way would have been pretty helpful.
The creature manages to lay hands on Siguror. He feels his very essence threatening to rip itself from his body along with the creature's gesture, in addition to experiencing a base level of pain.
What you got for me, boss?
Siguror takes 9 points of necrotic damage. And furthermore,
No, it's just physical, right? That's what you're saying, you only resist physical.
Only when he's raging.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can only rage on my turn. Now at the start of combat.
Furthermore-
That would be amazing.
he feels his muscles decrease in strength. Your strength has been lowered by 3.
Oh, okay.
It begins.
Yeah.
It is now Graila's turn.
Greila turns undead. That's her action.
A wise choice.
They have to make a DC 14 Wisdom save or be turned.
I'm forgetting, in 3.5, I need interpret these things. Did we have to make a save of some kind?
I don't think there are saves that they can do. I think they just lose
I'm
sounds.
talking 3.5.
Yeah. He's asking if there's a saving 3.5, and I'm saying I don't remember. It might have.
You said 14?
Mm-hmm.
Greila calls to her god, and shining light inspires fear in a few of the shadows.
Okay. But not all.
These two howl in fear
Are you
and must retreat.
serious? Okay. Additionally, Greila will cast Spiritual Weapon as her bonus action, and then she will run the fuck away.
Oh, wait, that one's spirits, though. They're
Yeah.
actually good.
They move, if I could get a reminder, on their turn or immediately.
On their turn, they have to move as far away as they can, and they can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me. Maybe I shouldn't run away.
Oh wait, that means they'll immediately start trying to run down the hallway.
No, well, only the one that can reach the hallway. And that
They
one
can't
wasn't turn.
advance towards it.
They can't move towards me.
Yeah.
They can only move away.
Oh. okay.
Additionally, once they get stuck,
Otherwise, yes, it would be quite bad.
additionally, when they when they get stuck and they can't move towards me, and there's nowhere they can move to move away, they take the dodge action.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
just sit
only
there and
action they
waste
can
their
take.
turns. And they'll continue to do that until we damage them.
Which is why,
Sucks. We only got 2 of them.
yeah.
But that's the dice.
Okay, so I will cast Spiritual Weapon, next to the one Jeff already attacked,
Alright.
and let's see.
So, does that mean you get an attack on it now? Or?
Yes, I believe so. I'll cast it into the space next to Crack, the one that's in the corner that wasn't turned. I'm attacking with it for. It does force damage, and the spiritual weapon is in the shape of a quarterstaff. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay, then it takes 2 plus 4, so it takes 6 damage. 6 force damage.
Oh, it's magic.
Well,
No,
it's
it's
force
force
damage.
Oh.
It is a
Struck
spell, but
by the holy quarterstaff, if in concept.
The attack roll
There is a.
wasn't necessary high to beat.
It is then Sigurd's turn.
oh.
Okay, I will immediately activate Rage. And which one was the one that hit me? The C?
Don't attack it, you.
The N
That
and
one's
the
not
S
there.
were the ones.
These two.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah.
You should focus on the
One.
You can do that. Or you can get retribution on the one that just struck you.
With your.
Yeah, I don't have a
your
magic
arms.
weapon, so I won't do full damage. Yeah, I will aggress.
Were you
Yeah.
using the silvered short sword earlier? I don't know if it has any effect on it when you attack.
I was using the
Oh,
spirit.
true.
Yeah, and yeah, I'll take a swing at it. Your thing doesn't actually take up a slot, correct?
What do you mean?
Count as if you're on the other side of it, gain advantage.
No, it's not a person. I mean, it's a weapon that occupies like a 5.
Oh no, wait, it's a square away. I would have to provoke an attack from you to hit it.
This is
Let him do that.
Yeah, I'll go for the one that is next to me due to. I don't want to get more. And yeah, I will attack recklessly to gain advantage. Is significantly better. That's 17 to hit.
that is a hit.
So then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 damage.
You slam into this creature. Its wispy form flowing through and around your attack, though you take some of its vitality with your swing.
I will then use hammer and horns, or attempt to use hammer and horns on, I guess, the same one, this one, to try and knock it prone. It's just a opposing strength check. Oh, it's less now, so 8, 10, 13, 12.
When they drain someone's strength, does their strength increase? Or do they drain the person's strength?
I'm at +2 right now for strength.
No, I'm talking about the shadows. It's just curiosity. They would.
Oh, wait, you. Sorry. 14 is strength. Sorry, or great.
Attempt
Damage.
to knock this shadow upon its backside and find that its weightlessness means that is impossible. It simply flows back to where it was.
Alright. I will note though, since I hit that one, now it is actually surrounded. So then it will have disadvantage on anything it tries to attack that is not me. And if it does manage to hit anything that is not me, that person will have resistance.
Resistance? Or...
They'll have resistance.
Okay, not disadvantage or advantage, but
No.
resistance.
If they deal damage to anything that's not me, that damage will be considered a hit resistance.
What is this? That's its ancient guard.
Yep.
So it's a spirit resistance.
She's trying to think.
These dark spirits heed not.
Actually, I'm not sure how
Replicable
much
possessions.
I can move ahead to that. And actually, Greila, it just needs to take 5 foot step.
You can't flank with a spiritual weapon, right?
I have no idea.
No.
It's just a weapon that floats in the air and attacks.
Not count as a body.
That is my thought. One of the shadows does not heed the words, warnings of your ancient ancestors, and instead strikes out at Crack.
Then that's this one.
Oh, is it this one? I'm guessing.
No, it's this one.
Oh, the one he hit before.
However, disadvantage. I had forgotten about the remainder of this turn. Unfortunately, or fortunately, it was unable to connect. Its crack is too wide.
Don't do that an hour.
I guess not good.
And when you weren't looking, two of the creatures cowered in fear.
Since they're using their movement willingly, they still provoke attacks for opportunity. Meaning that
You weren't looking, but you were
it
thinking.
depends if you want to. I'm just saying it's technically possible.
I'm not going to. I'd rather they leave us alone for a little bit.
And stay like that until.
They don't get saves on each of their turns.
No, they do not.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah. Fuck it.
After the failed attack on Crack, it comes back around to Crack.
Alright. I'll attack some, of course. 16?
Wait, doesn't Jeff... Didn't you tell Siguror to give advantage to whatever attacks on
Yeah,
it?
you have advantage on these attacks. And you're aided.
Oh, fuck. It didn't hurt you any
Yeah.
though.
13.
And this is the you slashing with your
Oh,
sword.
no, spear.
Oh, the spear, right? Because you attacked an earlier stab.
And then my other one.
You thrust into the creature in front of you. Harming it down.
You know what your damage?
For the spear.
No, he rolled the damage for the spear already. It's just free on the
So, 9 damage.
Right.
So, that's 7 damage.
After a hearty spear thrust, you swing your claws and they rake right through the howling, gasping face in front of you, ending this creature's unlife.
So 7 damage.
It's still so weird that they made that discrepancy. You can know where to stab your favorite enemy. You don't know where to punch them.
Perhaps those make up the impenetrable mysteries of the dead. It then becomes Sasha's turn.
We're actually not doing that bad. So far.
I'm kidding. I'm saying if we do that, I still get a Snickers.
Do I know with that, well, we can check on the earlier, I know what their resistances are.
Yes. And know that they, in their ghostly forms, are resistant to many things. Any type of non-magical attack, for starters.
Yeah.
Additionally, how high did you get on it?
14.
Additionally, you know that fire and lightning
Right.
will not do as well.
So it's just
Acid, cold, and poison are fine?
Yes.
As far as poison. As far as cold poisons are undead.
Well, undead typically.
Okay. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move into the room and I'm going to point my wand to Siguror. And count Gracias, Alia, Pero, and cast the spell on Siguror. Strahd will then Scar's gonna fire at this guy and then aim a cone of acid breath in such a way that it hits this guy, the wall, and this guy, moving around him.
Very well.
They have to make a dexterity save against DC 15 or take.
That's spray.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that it's half when you save it, right?
No, it's not. What?
Oh.
This is dragon's breath. They will take 6, 8, or half on a successful save. So 8 reports.
So yes, half of it.
I just said spell. It's not a spell.
And remind me what the save was against. Did you say 14?
15.
15. This one manages to whoosh out of the way and is unharmed.
They take half.
Not
They take
completely unharmed. This one is not so lucky and is doused with acid, though as it touches their form, it disperses somewhat upon contact. You think they are also resistant to acid.
What? I asked if they resisted.
You think you forgot?
Does he think David forgot?
This once. No. It's pretty And then,
I still have
Oh, right, that was.
thought it was the same deal.
but I'm pretty sure I missed. I got a 9. It's a 9 hit.
Unfortunately, no.
No, he's a better ring. He can have his head and himself attack.
We were fireball. Firebolt. First misses. It then becomes.
Doesn't stop them from trying to hit other things. Just more spades.
The two.
This
no,
one is obsessed with you. It is now focused. It's undead fury. It strikes out. It's
Approximation.
That one wasn't
36 defense. So I guess you're like 15.
very well.
Right. It doesn't matter because flanking, but attack recklessly, they gain advantage as well.
It lashes out with undead fury, but misses.
With advantage?
Yes. And it then becomes Raven's turn.
I'm gonna have the spiritual weapon move to the one that just attacked Siguror and attack it.
Pretty well.
For a miss, because they rolled a natural one. So ignore that. Anyway, and I am going to cast Sacred Flame on the same one that it just tried to attack. And it must make a dexterity save against 14. Or take 6 radiant damage.
It is unable to avoid the sacred flames that burn its sinister essence into nothingness. I believe it is now Sigurd's.
Now, Thrust it. Recklessly. $13 to hit.
That's it.
Alright. For 10 damage.
Pound into this creature.
And the hammering horns. Might as well. Just try and.
It's immune.
Oh, they're immune. Okay.
You've heard that
He
before.
did
I
say
gave
that.
the fluffy description and then also said that.
Are they also immune to being pushed?
You believe so.
Okay. I was wondering if it was just being knocked from. But since he is hit, he is now affected by effective heals. While raging, first thing I hit every turn. He gets surrounded.
Again, these wayward, evil spirits continue their howls of fright and torment. Then it comes back around once again to crack up.
I have a question.
You don't have
All the skeletons that were hanging around this room, were there 5 of them? I'm just wondering if the skeletons and the shadows match up in number. Basically.
The mice. And
So
I guess they're like
You could still try to punch.
yeah, I'll punch.
they come to you. He's just attacking the one that like you're near.
Well, so yeah. I got 24 and done 8.
Alright. Again, thrust out with your spear. Miss.
Well,
You rip through the curtain-like blackness of this creature and harm it just a little more.
what's the punch?
It is funny how Jeff keeps whiffing with his weapon and is like, but I kick you in the face!
Or a punch.
Or punch.
Despite
Punch
what
is out.
you've heard from me, your punches are strong.
Ooh, bird arm punches.
Unfortunately.
Is that? It then becomes Sasha's turn.
If Siguror flies right above him and shoots the cone down, since it doesn't get more than 5 feet to the second, because that's how cone is supposed to be. 5 with blah, blah. Flies right above it, can just hit the shadow with the left weapon and not hit Siguror. Because it doesn't actually get more than 1 square range until after the 5-foot space. So if it flies right above him,
Yeah. I will say sure.
alright, cool. Then it needs to make a DC 15 save or take 12. 6 possibly. Or 3 possibly that also saves.
Oh.
It does not save
Okay.
and is
6 acid.
drenched in acid, which burns the creature away into nothingness.
And for my turn, I will
Prepare an action.
I will say, wait, we must strike them at once. To maximize. We must strike at once before they break out from their control. Basically, out of character. Everyone wait and aim at the same time. Like, we don't get a chance to fight back.
Everyone but one person prepares an action when it's no longer feared to hit them, and then one person
No,
takes a swing
we're gonna
at
do it while they're still feared, because if we all do it to this one, it'll get hit with like 5 attacks at once and hopefully die. And then on the next turn we do the same thing because this one will still be in.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody prepares an action except one person to hit them, and then when that hits, everybody else hits because they all prepare for when that one is hit.
Okay, you said for when they're not feared, so I thought you meant when the fear wears off.
No, because the fear wears off.
But it also wears off naturally after a minute, so it's not fine.
Sorry.
They're taking the dodge.
We can play one of them.
Well, whatever, my thing's the same anyway.
Yeah, my thing's also safe, but
You advise your comrades, and it sounds like they agree.
Okay. So, who goes last? Or no, I'll hold action. Actually, let's just wait until my next turn on this card. I can also do an action too.
We'll be moving it along.
he doesn't need to anymore. I think.
But that way I still have cover by can hit them.
Can you? Because this one.
Yeah, I can step out, shoot, and step out.
Alright. You wait. Does everyone else wait as well?
Yeah.
Does anyone move?
Yeah, I would at least move here and prepare.
Either Robert and I'll move to one side. I'll move my spiritual weapon to wherever it's. I don't think it can share the space with
Oh,
it.
it can't share the space. It's not like a normal spirit.
It occupies a space. In fact, actually, something funky does apply to it. I don't remember.
Huh.
I'll have to look it
How
up.
tall is the room?
The room is. This particular room is like 15 feet tall.
Can it be in the air?
Well, it doesn't matter, it can be that.
Well, because then that means this thing can only have one other person use it.
Yeah, it only needs one other person. We're shooting.
Yeah, my thing's just to say it'll still get advantage on the save unless it's flanked or whatever, but still.
Did you say you were moving?
Yeah, I was gonna move from this one.
Very well. Before you know it, with only the howls of restless, frightened dead to accompany you, it comes back around to Sasha's turn.
Okay, so it has to make a 2 dex saves with advantage, and you guys make attacks with disadvantage, because it is dodging.
Unless one of your guys' things hits first. Because one of your guys.
No, it would still have taken the dodge action.
Okay.
But since you guys are flanking, you actually shouldn't have disadvantage. Wait, did it say
What were you doing? Neither of you said. But what were you doing?
Sakar is doing the same thing as before, being right above it and shooting acid down, and I
So you
am
only
shooting
hit the one
fire.
target.
Because I'm gonna have disadvantage anyway, so fuck it, right?
I got 23 on to hit.
11 on my acid burn.
Okay.
Fucking 10. No. A 13 on firebolt. Is that hit?
Is Firebolt multi-target, or is
No, we're all just attacking this one. And then we're gonna do the same thing next
You
turn on
even
the other
said
one.
it, but yeah, that is a hit.
Okay.
Hit, and you
Sweet.
did
6
damage.
the radiant damage for my thing.
I got, well, like I said, 23.
2 fire damage, so 1 after the reduction. And acid damage was 11, so 5 after the reduction.
I got 23 to hit, and I got 11 damage on the spear one. And then
Actually, between your assault, Sakar's
Right.
assault, and radiant damage from Greila, this first one is defeated,
Oh, okay.
leaving the two of you free to do as you will.
So Greila was the one who killed it.
Yes. Ultimately.
But I mean, really, who's to say who killed it in Strahd? I'm just listening.
Tactician isn't there for the kills. They're just there to make sure other people secure the kills.
Except in Fireman Awakening. Tactician is really busted one.
Forgot about that.
You want me to roll the
Yeah. No, you can keep the attack.
I like Go Robin. She's like way taller.
Well-
than Robin for some reason.
It would just be a 5-foot step.
Yeah.
Like Man Robin looks like he's 16,
in this
17,
state,
but then
Robin
Robin looks
pick
like
the
she's
dodge
30.
action, which would mean
Right.
Robin have to roll it.
No. Well,
Oh,
you're gonna
Yeah,
have
I
to
know, it's
look at
weird.
it.
Yeah.
As you was asking about.
Oh, right.
It looks like someone from Orin Host Club and
I got a 10.
fucking.
Unfortunately, that is a miss for you.
It still makes it save with disadvantage for the acid breath if the damage is 12.
Wouldn't there be a wall on the line?
A wall.
Probably.
Sakar is in there above him.
My question.
Also,
Yeah,
all
this
cover
is just
gives
another
above
go
here.
round. So we waited till they
above
could go.
here.
Yeah, no.
He's above here, like there
my
would be
two
walls.
attacks. You assume
There's no space above the thing.
so then
No, these go up to the sea.
I think it means above this guy. Like, it can't be square directly above
Yeah,
it.
I'm asking if Sakar can fly right above him.
Yeah, but I thought you were talking about hitting both of the shadows at the same time with
No,
the spread.
There's only one shadow left.
No, before we didn't want to do that because that would break the other one out, giving it a
Yeah,
turn.
it's one-
How would you use the acid on
Yeah, and then we
Shadow.
waited till the next turn.
now?
Well, it was still above it.
If
So
you guys
he-
wanted to wait until the next turn, then that's fine.
I thought we were waiting till the
Yeah.
next turn.
Yeah.
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 That's what I thought. That
What?
one died,
No.
so there's only one left, and these two still have their attacks. So I thought they were going. I was like,
I was just going to toss my weight. My prepared action was to hit that one when somebody else hit it. Since that one died.
did the two of you plan on waiting?
Well, if that was the plan, yeah.
Then we'll proceed as normal. Ignore what I said. Go ahead.
Yeah, 12 acid damage, but it does get a save with advantage still. And then I am going to throw out Firebolt with a disadvantage.
I got 13. Yeah,
Somehow with disadvantage, I still got a 19, but it should have 2 more AC from having cover, from having half cover.
Mm.
So, does that hit?
It does.
Okay.
It is healed with acid.
So, 12 acid damage, 5 fire damage. Obviously, both of those are halved, but
13 to hit.
That's it.
And since I forgot, I did roll. I'm gonna keep my original rolls, which are both misses by the way, because I got 10 in them.
Well, yeah, you could keep them. I didn't want you to change your rolls or anything.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those are misses. That's good.
11 for damage.
8 radiant damage if it failed to save.
if it succeeds, it doesn't take any, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah, it's a
Cantrips
cantrip.
generally don't do half damage.
And your spirit sword.
Unfortunately, it does
Sorry,
resist.
quarter staff.
Unfortunately, it does resist your spiritual efforts.
Alright,
But it is not resist. Whatever you do.
Spirit sword.
spirit staff. Does a 15 hit,
It does.
then it takes 6 damage. Of course.
It is struck. Portions of it disperse. There's hanging on by a thread, but it ultimately hits to Siguror, who deals the finishing Dover's blow. And as such, the rueful spirits are quieted.
Okay.
The smoky crystal
And that
is
quiet
still intact.
will remain for about 2 seconds before me and 3 people who look exactly like me turn and go, "Why would you do that?"
Would we have need to make a roll or anything to see if they came out of the statue?
They didn't come out of the statue. They
Okay.
appeared.
Yeah.
But they appeared right as you broke it.
They did not come out of the statue. They were in the room before us. They were waiting in ambush.
That does not
Do you
make
know-
sense.
Do you know what the shadow is? It is like the ghost children. You touched the statue and they attacked us.
Well, you know that
You need to see a shadow before it attacks. You don't need
Actually,
to
No, that is
Actually,
not
no.
true. Stop saying
out
that.
of character, you know that shadows respond to somebody touching something. So you actually know something that backs up your argument.
Yeah. Also, if you're using metagame knowledge from fucking
No.
from
In character, like that's logic. They were in the room because they weren't around the
I
statue.
would say, shadows are specters tied to an object that, when touched, attack mercilessly. They could have easily killed us. Do not touch the statue, or altars, or anything.
I would like to inspect the orb. I don't want to pick it up and like hold it or anything, but I'd like to look at it.
Greila.
Well,
it's
you have
over
detect magic still up,
and
so
looks
you know if the orb is.
at the orb.
Oh yeah, he does have detect magic.
There is
No, detect magic went down because I lost concentration because I cast Dragon's Breath.
Yeah, but you can cast it again.
I can
That's
recast it.
Then recast it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Dragon's Breath.
There is a smoky haze that swirls within the orb. It's very
And
interesting.
okay, I'm not gonna touch it though. I will say to Sasha, the orb the statue is holding has a smoky haze inside of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's magic, but
I will check. See, some people ask before they touch things. You should do like Greila. I will ritual cast detect magic. Also, we should probably take a short rest while I'm doing this. I will bring up.
That makes
Perhaps
sense.
we should.
there's
We should keep someone at the exit though, in case anything comes up against this in the dark.
We figure out that this is nothing, right?
And I will put.
Crack knows that there's something there, and was thinking about it right when the shadows sprung up, and I was going to mention.
I will hold my hand over the orb and count Tantir Amisto bin Hazarta, and I'll basically ritual cast detect magic. Is the orb magical?
You incant, and you know that the orb, while not magical, would make for a good magic focus.
Ooh, I'm taking that.
An orb that was being held by a Strahd statue.
It's just an arcane focus. It just means you can hold it up and use it to cast spells.
yeah.
Like how
Artificers
wand
can
is,
use their tools.
you can also hold an orb. So if
Crack.
I want to hold, I need to get an orb. Does anyone have an orb?
During this point, is able to inspect that
No, I
thing
mean in
that
real
was
life,
not
so
a trap,
it won't
but you got a
Yeah.
moment, so like why not?
Alright.
And it's a little
No.
Okay, when we go to the Dragon's Gate.
bit. It's like a little bit of something that's sticking out of the clay of like the wall, like down in hereabouts that you like dig at real quickly and find.
I'll dig around. I'm not gonna necessarily touch it. Right.
You dig around and you find a rope that leads up into like the wall a little bit, and then like further up, and then like following it. You weren't looking specifically at the ceiling before, but like following it, and like you have a torch out, and like you're looking, you see like what appears to be a hatch in like the top
Huh.
of
It's probably another entrance
Hatch.
to.
Mostly in character.
and you were able to inform people of this.
Perhaps another secret entrance to the basement from the ground floor.
Or maybe
somebody's
hiding alcove.
Perhaps. Well, why don't you give it a look? Once we finish the short rest, I'm going to be restoring one of my spell slots. Unfortunately, we'll also need my temporary hit points go away, and my mirror images are gone, but that only lasted a minute anyway. So whatever.
Yeah.
You take time for a breather.
Is that time enough to make the negative go away? Or does it have to be healed?
It should be, unless I'm mistaken. Their strength drain should go away
No,
on short
I-
rest.
I believe you are not mistaken. In fact, you are correct. Or so I believe. Taking a quick breather is good for everyone. The ominous chanting that comes from deeper within the level still accompanies you, but as it always has. Once you are recovered, what shall you do?
I'm not going to spend those.
Tell him to check the hatch,
Yeah.
just in case.
Yeah.
The traps.
Inspect the hatch.
14.
You know, we would have been fucked if not for turning death.
Yeah, 14.
You find nothing suspicious about the rope or the hatch itself, and given the dirt and muck that surrounds it, I believe nothing's tampered with it for a while.
Alright.
Should be safe.
Clear.
Sigurd
Not standing directly below it, just in case.
stands off-center and pulls. Clattering down are a series of wooden steps that lead upwards.
Let's check them out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then on the other side was a guillotine trap.
And on the other side was a room. Sigurd ascends the stairs, and he is the first to poke his head into what he recognizes as the den.
Let's
Yeah.
go back down.
Okay.
Okay, I figured. But it's another exit we can take.
There's a shortcut out here.
Though it is
Seems-
worth noting that this passage was not on the dollhouse.
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
What happened to the wolf?
I'll add it to the map, though.
What happened to the wolf statues
We
that
took
we
it,
left
right?
in the den? Because I remember the last time
Oh,
we
they
saw
moved?
that one of them had moved.
Nothing has happened to them, assuming that you left them in a circle facing one another.
I don't think. we
No.
have.
What?
We'll just leave it alone.
If you're referencing something, I don't know.
I'm not. I'm
He's saying
I'm
they
saying
Maybe
that
we should
Sigurd
put them
sees them, but they're like
outside.
in a circle facing each other, and saying if
No,
you
I
left
don't
them
think
that
that's
way,
a
then
bad
nothing
idea,
changed.
actually.
Putting them outside.
Yeah, just throw them out a window. Fuck it. Like,
I had said that before. You guys like, no, we have to keep them preserved and nice.
well, yeah, but we might need to like get out of here real fast. We don't want to be slowed down by grabbing wolves. Also, with my intelligence, since intelligence and
They have
memory are
moved
kind of
again.
related, can I tell? Did we place them down facing each other before?
That's just like memory, and
Or you can roll with
No,
intelligence. things to
I
remember
placed them
stuff.
down. I know I
should
did not.
make an intelligence check to remember them. I
They've moved again.
will say they appear to be moving.
I was more attempting to be cheeky because they're like in a circle facing each other, and unless for some reason you put them that way.
Oh, some Hercules detail, man.
Alright.
Alright, let's go back down.
Yeah.
How many
You gave
halves
me-
have we knocked out?
You gave me guff about rolling intimidation on them.
This,
You're crazy.
I don't think you can intimidate an evil house. How? Wait, so that's the way we haven't gone yet?
yes,
That's the only way.
I got a little ahead of myself. Were you doing something with the wolves in the meantime?
No.
Part of me wants to burn them, because I don't know, I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to try to leave here and they're going to come alive and attack us or some shit. It's going to turn into Evil Dead 2. They're all going to start laughing at me. I'm going to go insane. I'm going to cut off my hand and replace it with a chainsaw.
I mean, is that bad?
I don't think-
I'm
I don't
gonna
think
fight
Sasha would
Professor
be that-
Noby's wife in a...
Oh, wait. Wouldn't that make that a finesse weapon then, instead of a strength
Yeah.
weapon? Yeah, so
I have decks.
it wouldn't be bad.
You get one attack unless you already chose your thing.
I was secretly a blade singer this whole time.
Oh, okay.
A blind blade singer.
A blind blade singer.
Call me
with-
Zatoichi.
Yeah, see, he hasn't been casting spells.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
just been
yeah.
using a book that casts spells for him.
What you hear?
Actually, Zatoichi as a blade singer sounds awesome.
God damn.
Yeah.
Because they can have a familiar.
Huh.
Rules
Moving down,
Yeah.
or rather back down and then through, the group comes across a moderately sized room. Though this one, much unlike the rest, its walls are more evenly smoothed as opposed to the harsh dugout sides of most other rooms. There's a chandelier in this one that has been hung from the ceiling.
I swing from it.
Who put the chandelier in the basement? Where are they
How-
trying to
how
impress?
nice.
I don't
Nice.
actually think the
Like,
chandelier.
There's also
The
a
chandelier.
nice table with 2 leather cushioned chairs sitting on either side of it, and a table off on the far side that has a couple of iron candlesticks on it with the meltings of candles that were once there,
You know,
Let's
useless,
check the room for
as
stuff.
well as 2 jugs.
Greila is gonna murder the shit out of the parents if they're alive down here. Like, if they're alive and they're just cultists, she's gonna murder them real fucking hard. Let their kids starve to death upstairs.
18. Searching the room.
well, if the kids
Oh,
are to be
search-
to believe,
search
I
room.
would say the mom is probably fine. The dad is probably the closest, probably.
19.
Alright.
I don't care. I'll murder them both. Unless she was, like, held captive down here. She's dying too.
24 perception.
20.
We all rolled high on perception. But not on the attacks when we get shot. Whatever.
Room appears mostly normal.
What do you mean mostly?
Mostly in that this place is already described as a little nicer than the others. It has a chandelier, the table, the nice chairs. The flagons seem to be of, or the jugs seem to be of decent make, though when picked up it is revealed that they are empty, or rather nothing sloshes inside. The candlesticks are nice, and the rear exit to this place has a door.
This place also seemed
door.
like a little bit more well kept than everything else.
There's the floor still dirt.
The floor is still dirt, but it's like solid. It's like more packed than the other rooms.
I scan with my detect magic.
You scan with your detect magic, and detect no magic. It's a very nice room.
No magic is an insult in Harry Potter. He's insulting you, Mario. He's a
22.
What is your next thing? Do you
Checking for traps.
expect David to call him Lovell or something?
It was the
That's
American
our
way.
word, okay?
You check for traps. Everyone's already touched
You meant
some.
to use
Oh
that
wait,
word
you
then?
you meant the door.
Yeah.
You check for traps, and upon checking for traps, you find that this door has teeth, metaphorically and literally. It springs to life and attacks.
It's a mimic door.
Really?
Wait, can detect traps also
Are
used
you
for
being
detecting
serious, David?
ambushes? Or no? No?
You're being serious?
Yes.
How did it?
Oh my fucking god.
How did stealth beat our perception rules? We got like. Well, I did. I got an 18, but didn't what something was
Jeff
20?
got a
24.
24.
Natural 20.
Well, Jesus Christ!
Well, I mean,
Crack could
I don't
have-
know what bonuses mimics have, but they're an ambush monster,
That's-
so.
That seems fucking high to me. Alright, whatever. Yeah, initiative time. 9.
23.
So that mean he's stuck to the door?
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah, you're stuck. Just like that.
Just punch it with your other hands.
Right here.
Okay, I was like, that's just a room. You cannot tell me that that's a monster. That's just a room.
You know what's gonna be
You
even
rolled a
more?
16 for whatever that's worth.
You know what's gonna be
I don't
even
know.
more annoying when it turns out that the mimic door, there's nothing behind it, it's just wall.
That would be the best place to place a mimic.
Wouldn't even defend
You-
anything.
Sasha said you got
9.
a 9. And what did Greila get?
18.
And
23.
you said 23.
I also got a 21 on my Arcana check for what I know about mimics. David, what can you tell me about mimics?
They threatened the Krogan homeworld.
I
Had
should
for a
know.
long time. What'd you get?
18.
Well, this sucks. This thing's gonna fucking eat you.
We could have, well, actually, it's better we found it, right, for experience points, but we could have missed the thing and not been like, if it kills us, we could have missed it and survived and
Wait,
gotten past
I don't
it.
get a dexterity save on this,
No, you touched it, so you're stuck now. I think is how it works.
even though I was checking.
The mimic have like a glue thing. They have a
Like
glue.
all over their body or something.
It's like a glue attack thing. They can use it to trap people.
Even at their leisure.
Technically, what happens if it makes you feel any better is that you are being careful while inspecting it, but like you're close enough that you like kind of graze it.
Mm.
Unfortunately, parts of checking the door involve touching the door.
Mm.
However, you can attempt to escape on your turn. But in the meantime, actually, with a 23, I think that puts you first.
So you can, if it's a grapple, you can roll acrobatics.
Alright.
Try to break free, unless it's some sort of special thing that has a special rule for it. I haven't looked at mimics in 5th edition, so I don't know. Also, never used one.
Yeah.
Really?
Just never considered.
You still that fear of your players because they're always expecting mimics, but you never
You
give
may
it.
attempt to escape. However, you will have disadvantage.
Well, that sucks.
Wow.
Mm.
But it would still be in athletics.
You can have
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
20.
It says escape.
Huh.
I'm not sure what all that is. But escape.
It's
Skill?
escaping a grapple.
Well, it just says escape. It's DC.
In order to
It
escape.
mentions a grapple, which is why I assumed that athletics was okay.
Yes. Well, when you're escaping a grapple, you can roll athletics or acrobatics of your choice.
Ah.
Probably.
Okay.
20.
It does its best to stick to you, but you're able to remove yourself, or rather your hand, from its grip.
Can I take my reaction?
I
If it doesn't say there,
do not
It's
know.
breaking a grapple takes an action.
it does not specify. I will believe what Mario has said, and what it does.
I'm going to know. I'm not fucking sticking next to this goddamn door.
How far?
As far away as I can.
Are you sure?
Well,
Because that's down the hallway.
not all the way down, just not halfway down.
Here?
Yeah, here. There's fine.
You're not leaving.
Would you remind me what you got again? You got 18, right?
Yeah.
That would make you
Go up and hit it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
No, thank you.
Also,
I'd rather.
what do I know about this?
You know that they are tricky shape changes. The man ready. You know that they have an adhesive property that they can trap people by getting them stuck. You can escape with their strength. You know that it is almost indistinguishable from normal objects when it is hidden, and more looking for resistance. And grappling it is quite the following.
I figured that much. Is there anything it's particularly resistant to? Yeah, is there anything at all that's weak to?
To your knowledge, it is not weak to anything. And to your knowledge, it is resistant to acid. And generally can't be nothing. Hey, more! Its shape-changing nature makes it
Right. It would just change all of a sudden.
I will
It's very
use
adept.
Sacred Flame on it. Alright.
You could have went up and hit it. Miss, I'd fall out on everything fucking a spiritual weapon and show it.
It does
No.
not make a save.
Yeah, it makes a save.
I don't think there are any damage that just it rolled nothing. There's no cantrips that
That
doesn't
did.
hit,
Except
right?
it didn't. It is assaulted by your sacred flame.
5 radiant damage. Then
5 radiant.
I only got 1 more second, so
It then goes.
Does it? I also rolled an 18.
yeah, he did.
That is in the middle of it going, you go.
And I assume from what he knew, it's a very poor decision to try and hit it up close.
It is generally unadvisable.
Alright, I'll toss a javelin at it then.
Alright. Oh.
Shot.
Yes.
I think that's a 10.
Unfortunately, that is a miss. Throw a little wide. It then, free to go.
Die, creature.
You don't belong in this world. It attempts to take retribution.
Faded retribution.
Perhaps. Moving forward, though the door itself slides through the 5-foot space of the hallway, and then a portion of it, now having sprouted fangs, bends out and attempts to clamp down on Siguror. However, it misses. And now it is Sasha's turn.
You can open these.
Next time.
So,
If I'd be really thinking, I would have just gotten it out in advance.
So, is there something on the table? Are there any plates or something?
On the table, no. But there's a smaller table that those clay jugs are still on.
Alright. Jug. Catapult. It has to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw. Or...
Yeah, I can't
I
help
mean, it's a
but-
giant door. It's that's probably not that good.
I
Take
can't,
9 damage.
I can't help but think about Bill Burr and Seattle. What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bill Burr, the stand-up?
Yeah, I know who Bill Burr is. I don't know what you're referring
I thought that champagne. Or what
The jug
The guy he's talking
is
about.
to. Okay.
magically flung. It shatters right in the face of the creature. It snarls.
I was gonna say, how do we know what to say?
It's also trying to fight me.
Mm.
And then I will also... Sakara will prepare an action to assist whoever attacks it next, probably.
It will.
You have advantage. Shoot that fuck.
Yeah. I just saw this stupid shit crack his whack again.
You also have to remember that Captain America has fought the literal embodiments of drugs. So he has fought crack and beaten it off the streets.
Well, so is Captain Planet.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Not only did he fight a guy who literally is super villain whose power is pushing drugs, but
Yeah.
it's also giving people AIDS. He
Oh,
fought
wow.
AIDS
Moving up an
and
attack?
cocaine.
No, I'm shooting with my crossbow.
Forgot about that.
18 doesn't hit.
Okay.
Just 2 of the deadly powers of Verminius scum. Or I think it was AIDS and heroin, actually.
You're saying this doesn't count as one thing, right? I figured it's like 13.
We're gonna kill him and making some crotch.
Fire hefty bolt.
So we have a ball pack where it struck him.
My beautiful feathers.
It just stands there screaming all night. I think Crack broke.
It is very hurt. It is also Graila's turn.
I'll use Sacred Flame again. See if it makes that save.
One weakness of a mimic.
Range.
Range.
Are you gonna roll the save?
No.
Wait.
You've done well enough. It is. I told you not to roll it.
That was for something.
It did not make it.
It takes 3 radiant damage.
Well, I can't move without appropriate attack of opportunity, so
And if it attacks you,
I can just swing at it.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Was fucking. Let's chop wood.
You heft your longsword and attempt to chop metaphorical wood.
don't you have like a ranged weapon? Can you chuck a spear or something?
I can't do that.
He's right next. He's right
Oh,
next.
right next to it.
Yeah, the door got up and is attacking him. It's a literal door monster. Wall master.
And I will attack recklessly.
I like the first reference better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sweet crit.
5 and okay, so discard. It is 12, 14, 16, 17, 15. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not raging, so 18 damage.
It'd just be 16 if you're raging. You don't have efficiency damage. 12 plus 6?
Yeah. No, it's 13.
Okay, 13 plus 4? 17.
Seven.
No, you rolled a 7 and a 5. It's 12.
Yeah,
Oh.
So you did 16.
16. Sorry. Apologies.
Your axe slams into the creature, causing it great pain. It bitterly clings to your axe, however, is now your stomach. But you harmed it.
Yeah, figures. Figures. Can I attempt? Okay. Do I know if it would be a poor decision to try to use hammering horns to
it's
knock
not.
it away?
It's immune, remember?
Yeah, it can be knocked prone.
If something is immune to being knocked prone, does that mean it's also immune to being knocked back?
Do you want to stick your head against the thing and get your head stuck to the door as well?
It
Sure.
only specifies prone, so in theory, you could knock it back. You would knock yourself back as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you want to do that.
Yes, probably not. How could I? It's here. I'm in between it and the wall. Huh.
It would be a little painful.
It's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Hilarity would ensue. If you want to push it down like 5 feet of hallway, potentially giving it cover
Damn, for
from
some
your
hours,
allies.
this got a lot of help me.
Well, this thing, huh?
I could cast spiritual weapon again and like
No,
be.
it's. I need to save it.
It isn't dire. Yeah. I mean, if we knock it down and there's another mimic right behind
You are
it.
hammering horns again?
do.
Very well.
Polished.
Then it, having you right where it wants you, attacks.
So how is that you can have it easier? It's not one where you summon spirit out of it. You can summon it, but you have to get some other spell caster. And if you harm it anyway, like leave your turn, you have to do an But it
It's
does attack.
16, right?
My AC is 13.
It chomps into you.
Yeah, I don't
For
have
38.
I don't have armor or shield. Because my kit does not start it. Just thinking about that the other day.
It bites into you for 5 damage.
It's not so bad.
And then. Sasha's turn.
I summon the Mystic Flame.
You see, I thought you were about to tell you I didn't try to swallow you. No!
There will be time for that later.
Certus. Volcar. Imperio. It does 20
like
hit.
that.
It does.
Okay. 9 damage. Fire.
You strike it with great flame.
Fire. Fire.
The creature howls, hisses, and then retreats from your comrade, curling inwards, burning. It is dead.
Cool.
First the mop. Or first the broom. Now a door. This place is vile. And filled with vile creatures.
I hate you, Sasha.
That door almost killed our companion.
I will admit the door was more threatening than the broom, but I think
And I'm
common
saying this
household-
very house is against us. From the smallest broom to the greatest door.
It was also more of a bite.
I
By the
cannot-
end of it, the house itself will be attacking us, I tell you.
All right, we'll see.
I would also equate its strength to that of a bite of cattle.
Oh, what?
5 damage is significant. Just because you're super tough now doesn't
Whoa! I have 45 HP, like comparatively.
Yeah, but it doesn't make attacks weaker. It just
No.
makes you tougher.
This agent of darkness, once vanquished, reveals a room beyond.
Sweet.
Also, I have to ask, are mimics considered evil or just neutral?
Check the
I
room.
mean, because they're just monsters, right?
Very well.
So check it for more minutes. I'm fireballing, or I'm gonna cast firebolt at every door we come across.
No.
Just in case.
No. I don't think they'd be dumb enough to do the same thing that the other mimics do.
Experience pain? I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people are stupid enough to do that. Let me tell you.
I mean, if I was playing a game and I had a mage tower, I would love to have a few mimics strewn about here and there.
Fair.
I'd go with golems. You can control golems.
See,
That's
beautiful.
actually cooler. I like that better.
Adamantine golems? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have +4 weapons? Oh, I'm back in early.
Well, that's an issue of pimp my
Ah, no.
player.
Hit my tower.
So what you can do, you take a mimic, turn it into have it look like a gem or something, and put it in the golem. So when they defeat the golem, the gem falls out. They try to grab the gem. It's a mimic.
David, if I wanted a third-party source book to tell me how I could build my wizard lair, is there anything you would recommend to me?
Well, actually, there is. Out right now from NCDM Productions is Strongholds and Followers.
We're not sponsored by them, but we could be.
With your help, with a few light donations of.
If you're making tons of
$2.99.
money, you got that Twitch stuff going on, those subscriptions, that Patreon. But if you want, like, the pennies that our viewers might have for you.
Poor? That's
No.
rude.
But we are poor though. Whatever.
Well, he was talking to.
The bedroom is quite lavishly decorated. There's a large double bed within.
That double bed's a mimic.
There's a wardrobe.
To lay on it.
There's a wardrobe to the side of the bed. There's another table with more iron candlesticks, though these ones are empty as well. There's a crate in the corner of the room.
That creates a mimic.
And there is a small wooden chest at the foot of the bed.
Does it look like all the other ones we've been coming across?
It's a mimic.
It looks a little nicer.
I firebolt.
Then the
Thanks.
Don't firebolt the room just because
Furthermore,
Mimics are everywhere.
no traps are found.
Just generically searching the room, Siguror got a 9, unfortunately, so I was a little distracted.
So just
Or shoot.
locked.
You kneel down. The chest.
invite
I'm
you.
pretty sure it's locked. And not a mimic.
Who killed it?
That was the
I know it was
The
me, but I don't
fireball.
want.
Oh, do you want it or not?
If you want to take it, Rob.
The chest is not locked.
Right.
What's inside?
What else inside?
What's in that?
Some teeth and a
Inside the chest is a folded cloak,
Mm.
a small wooden coffer that happens to be unlocked. It contains four bottles.
Bottles.
Just empty bottles or?
No, they're bottles of liquid. Probably potions of some kind. There's also a little silvery shirt that appears to be like a chain shirt, like down in there,
Oh, nice.
as well as like a
Hey, that's
flask and a
fun.
lantern,
That might be nice.
and also a kit of some kind that you'd have to open to like inspect, and a book.
Well, we'll do all of that stuff.
What kind of book?
What's the book say?
Sakara will look over the book.
Sure you don't
I
want to
definitely
do
look at the
your
book, yeah.
detect magic there?
Oh yeah, first I use detect magic to determine if any of it is magical.
Some of it is magical.
Which is magical.
The bottles are magical.
Yeah.
Cool.
The book at the bottom is also magical.
I will take the book. I will open it. What is inside?
You take the book, you open it. It is a spell book, but as you're turning the pages, the walls to either side begin to crumble. A fleshy hand thrusts out of over the bed, and another from the other side like thrusts out as horrible figures begin clawing their way out of the walls. Once their faces mash their way out of the earth, they howl and moan
Can
at
we
these
run
intruders.
Oh my god.
I just wanted a spell book, you fucks. Why are you doing this?
and attack.
Damn it.
Okay,
Maybe you should just take things out of a chest.
Can we long rest after this fight?
Question.
Looks like we're gonna fucking have to. Also, that I can copy down many spells.
What's the intelligence score of someone that can't read?
What?
6.
Anyone cannot read.
You could have an 18 in intelligence and not be able to read,
Yeah.
but that would be incredibly unlikely.
I'm talking about someone else.
I described it incorrectly.
Yeah, remember, 3.5 used to have it where no matter what your intelligence was, barbarians can't read or
Unless you
write.
spend skill points.
Otherwise, you are illiterate.
5th edition is pretty generous, so I really doubt that they do something like that.
Yeah, it's only for like if your campaign setting.
I'm just wondering.
The thing I watch, a
It's
lot of the
interesting.
characters can't read because it's like a post-apocalyptic setting where reading is rare.
I'm just wondering if it's a thing or not.
Only the casters can read.
I guess.
But the ranger can't read and the barbarian cannot
I
read.
guess if it is post-apocalyptic, the only real things you need are just like symbols that you can use.
They mostly just have like symbols and signs they use for like marking stuff.
If I may borrow that pencil very briefly, I will ask.
Oh, what's
what
my
did
next
you get?
Great. My initiative?
Or maybe you did the whole book.
19.
Snazzy.
Also, this guy can fuck off. It's my book. Magic.
What did Greila get?
Oh, for initiative? She got 13.
And what about Crack?
20,
Did you get the same thing?
20, 20, 20.
And what about Siguror?
13.
13. For the record, this one rolled a 14. And, oh. No, did you get the 4 times back?
No, my portent's are still not.
Okay.
Only from a long rest.
Yes.
Right. And I won't worry about it.
Hey, we were just talking about monsters coming from the walls.
Crack goes first.
What kind of creatures do these look like? And can I roll an intelligence, religion, or arcana or whatever check?
I would take religion.
Can I also make that check then?
24.
That's a good number.
I don't need to. But I rolled that.
Okay. You are consulting your knowledge. Sasha is not consulting his knowledge. He knows, his knowledge knows, that these are ghasts.
Oh!
They're all
Fantastic.
They're
Okay.
also dead, right?
Yeah.
They are undead. They
So-
are
Ghasts.
Well, we are in luck because I can turn undead again since we short rested.
But it also means your damage bonus applies. So
Yeah.
stab one of these.
Yes, of course.
How bad
Ghast are
is
like
out of character?
ghast are like ghouls that are up.
Oh.
They
They're
also
dire
have
ghouls.
they're basically dire ghouls. They have a paralyze. I'm pretty sure they will
13.
punch shit.
They also have a petrify or something?
No, they do not.
13
Okay.
hit.
Thinking of a basilisk.
And which one were you swinging at?
Just the closest one.
Okay. That would technically be this one. You turn and swing at a 13 is barely enough.
Barely. Okay. So this 7 damage.
You swing. You connect for 7 damage. However, your swing is somewhat soured. It creeps rather suddenly into your nostrils, into your mouth. The stench of death hangs thick on this creature.
Yeah, they also have this
Upon
bullshit.
movement.
Okay, so
Yeah, I think you have to make a save or you take like disadvantage on shit.
I would
because
like
they
you
smell
to
so
make a save.
horribly.
Oh, wow, that's fucked
Can
They
I
have
up!
a gnarly stench.
can I say you said?
Okay, save game.
Constitution.
We're fighting Belch or what is it called?
Master Belch.
Yeah, we're fighting Master Belch again.
6.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
Unfortunately, it overwhelms you for the moment. You have been poisoned until your next turn. Forgive me for looking down so much.
Also, before this though, I
Where
still
you
have-
may make the save again.
Right. This is affecting me right now because
Yeah.
I still
Yeah.
haven't done the second attack.
Yes.
It does affect
It
you right
affects you
now.
right
You should swap that
So
to make
it
that
means
a
you're
dodge
safe.
action.
It means
Instead
your
of another.
follow-up attack or attack. Well, no, he still gets a follow-up attack. It's just he can also spend a key point to gain 2 follow-up attacks instead of 1, or the dodge,
Okay.
or a free disengage.
Now, for what it's worth, I was a little slow on the draw. It was supposed to affect you from the start of the turn. But for
Yeah, but
thematic's
that
sake,
basically
we're going to.
means you have
That's
to
on
roll
me,
with
so don't worry about
disadvantage
it.
because you're poisoned.
15.
15 to hit.
That is it.
Right. 8 damage.
You strike into the creature once more, causing it to howl in pain.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the dueling fighting style, would that affect his unarmed attacks?
Okay, so by the rules, no, it works like a ranger's thing that only applies to weapons. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I feel as if dueling should apply to unarmed, but
Because you're attacking with the one-handed weapon, you're fighting having the other hand free.
yeah,
It is now Sasha's
but
turn.
it doesn't count. Okay, so I assume I make my Constitution save now.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, it fills the room. You don't need to be adjacent to that.
you might have to be adjacent.
If you're
I'm
within a
adjacent.
certain, if you're within a certain range,
I got 16.
the stench threatens to overwhelm you, but you deny it.
Okay, cool. I will.
Yes.
With my 24, do I know if they're weak to anything?
You know that, to your knowledge, they are not weak to anything. You know that they are resistant to necrotic damage. And if you are seeking to charm, exhaust, or poison them in return, it is a fool's errand.
Right. Okay.
But they're not immune to fear, so hey.
Furthermore, you know that turn undead is particularly difficult against these creatures.
Yeah, because they're advanced.
It is not impossible.
Oh.
But they get advantage on better. No, they have turn resistance. They're like vampires and liches and shit. Okay.
Jesus.
I.
These suck.
Which means he has to be a higher level.
Fucking hell. Okay.
I might not turn him dead then. Well, are you gonna call it out actually? Kind of.
I still think the chance of disabling one of them is worth it. So
Right.
Sasha will not say anything yet.
Okay.
What he will do is he will touch Sikar and incant Precious, Alia, Pharaoh, and Sikar will fly this way. And I'm really sorry, but you're gonna have to make a dexterity save because I gotta hit both of them because I won't die. You have good dex saves. You should probably make it. It's against
He
15.
makes it with disadvantage.
Because he's poisoned.
Well, maybe you'll be fine.
But I'm not fine.
Okay, I'm sorry. They have to make dex saves against 15.
8.
It's unfortunate.
12 fire damage to each of the ghouls, and unfortunately,
Would you roll
To crackle.
to crack.
8.
You said 8 damage?
12.
12 damage. Fire rains down. None of the targets escape its wrath.
Sorry, Jeff.
Looks like you're more crackle than crack now.
Because you're burning.
He has decent health. I will then pull a stake and make the one 12 fire. The one in front of me has to make a DC 15 dexterity check or take.
Is that a cantrip you're using? Is that true?
Oh, right. Disengage. Sorry.
Oh wait, is it adjacent to him or is it in the wall?
I heard stake, so I thought you had a stake on you.
He does have a stake.
Oh, well, I was going to use catapult to catapult the stake into him.
Yeah.
But I can't cast 2 spells in a turn, which I forgot about till just now. So basically, I'm going to use my because I take disadvantage from trying to firebolt him right in the face. So I take the disengage action and then use my movement to back out into the other room because I don't want to get hit. Sorry.
Makes sense.
Then
Very squishy.
I do believe it becomes.
Shit.
Thankfully, he can't follow me because Greta's in the way.
Is there a
Unfortunately, Greta might get hit by
test?
paralyzed. Look, I don't want to get paralyzed.
I
If I
understand.
get paralyzed, I lose concentration.
Yeah, but I'm saying if I die and we still live, they know that you murdered your own comrade.
Maybe I should have spent that hit die.
Well, it depends on if the bird's breath attack kills you.
Or if it contributes significantly.
Well, I think
I don't know, 12 damage isn't
12
insignificant.
That would have killed a level 1 character.
It slashes out with its claws at Crack.
Oh.
Actually, it could have killed a 2nd level wizard as well. So,
Inflicting 11 damage. And furthermore, I require a save.
Constitution again?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
I can't heal you.
10.
You feel something sinister threaten to overtake your muscles, but it does not.
Oh, okay.
This
Ooh. That was almost really bad.
These are already rougher than the fucking...
Yeah, these things are burly, dude.
These things are already rougher than the
It
shadows.
is now both Siguror and Greila's turns.
I will attempt to turn undead, and I'll cast Spiritual Weapon.
It's not very well.
Oh, also I gotta make a Constitution save.
No, you won't. This weapon.
Does a 14 succeed on the Constitution save?
It does.
Thank God. Okay.
I must ask, however, the DC for a turn I did, that was 14, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they both make it?
Unfortunately, they both resist.
Okay. That's fine. I will.
Neither the ghoulish man nor the ghoulish woman
Which?
cower in your presence.
I got you. Which Oh fuck. Are these the fucking parents?
That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Which one has been damaged already?
Both of them have been damaged already.
Which
This one is the most hurt.
I will have my spiritual weapon attack that one then.
See that crit?
Yeah, not a crit.
No.
11. Does an 11 hit?
Is it flanking? It's flanking with you.
If it can flank, then it does.
It technically does not because it's not a creature. Unfortunately. By raw, it doesn't.
Then, unfortunately, no.
Well, if it can't grant flanking, can it really gain flanking?
Yeah, because the other person's distracted.
It's at the end of your turn.
Yeah, if it doesn't.
I would
hit-
argue it can gain flanking because the other thing's distracted.
Wait, if I move, will I provoke attacks of opportunity from any of them?
Yes.
Oh, well then I will fucking stay right where I am.
Alright, I will activate Rage, and I will recklessly attack this one by jumping off the bed at it.
I think you just
And
want
that
to
was
jump
it.
on the bed.
I would be super upset if the bed was a mimic.
What a twist.
Ha! What
It's
the
not
hell
a
is
mimic.
it? Oh.
We survive the shadows.
Oh.
We defeat the mimic with ease. But the two ghasts.
It does not turn out to be a
Two
mimic.
gas and the light.
And you get for the attack.
Oh, before I move.
Constitution save.
You said it was a con save?
Yes.
12?
That makes it.
Ooh.
The stench threatens to overwhelm you.
Con's one of my saves.
There's not.
Should be fine.
Then you attack.
Yeah, but you say that until you fail to save.
You have advantage because
Yes, I do, because I'm attacking recklessly.
you don't even have to. Flanking.
Yeah, but well,
You don't
You
have
can
to
still
attack
have-
recklessly.
Okay. 15 plus 6, 20 to hit.
It does it.
So then that is 14 damage.
Nice.
You slam into it for a good amount of damage.
This one is now affected by the ancestral protectors.
Now affected. Which reminder means that if it hits somebody else, then that person has resistance.
If it attacks anybody else, it has disadvantage, and if it hits them, any damage it deals is considered hitting resistance.
Okay. Luckily for it, in a manner of speaking, it decides to attack Siguror.
Mm-hmm.
That's real lucky.
well, there's
However,
one.
its attempt to bite into Siguror's bicep misses. Taking it,
Thank God.
Crack's turn.
You have a rest after the fucking challenge, right? You did?
Yeah. Or yeah, we short
Yeah, we
rested
did, we
after
short
the
rested.
shot.
You
Yep,
have your
all
key
your
points.
back
However, you also need to make a save now.
to see if you can shake off your.
The odorous stench.
I don't.
Oh my!
You
You rolled a straight one.
They know what they say.
Well, you
Birds have great
If
sense.
you
No.
attack this
Mm.
one, they
I don't actually know
the
that
advantage
really.
from flanking would cancel it out, so you just attack normally.
The stench of corpse meat threatens to gag Crack where he stands. You are still poisoned.
Birds have all right sense of smell.
Now,
It's not the best. It's
Mm.
not bad. It's better than ours.
I take it you are attacking. Who are you attacking?
Just on step of one, I can move afterwards, right? That's a dash action.
Does it give a dash? Does it give a disengage?
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember.
I think it gives a disengage.
I don't
Plus
think.
4 elements.
I got an 8, dude. Jesus.
Unfortunately, that does miss.
Okay, now my punch, I guess. And I'll fucking move.
With spear, try to redeem
Okay.
with the fist.
24 to hit.
And the fist redeems it.
That seems to be the
Alright.
common
The
thread.
spear was just the
5
distraction.
damage, and I'm moving.
Alright.
As far away as I fucking can.
Oh yeah, because you're severely hurt.
Oh yeah, he is.
Are you
Possibly
finally moving
because
out
he
of the
got-
room?
As far away as I can. I don't want to die. That doesn't-
I'm double checking
Yeah,
because I wouldn't want to move you out of the room and have you go. I wouldn't have left the room.
yeah.
So as far away as you can.
As far as away as I can.
You move. It then becomes Sasha's turn.
Oh, convenient. Now that you're out of the way, they have to make another DC 15 dexterity save or take. 8 damage. And then I, if this one is still up after that, will blast it. You know what?
Again, they are bathed in acid. Neither of
Fire.
them fire. Neither of them escape the flames. One of them burning to cinders.
Thank God.
Chaotic oh, sorry, wrong place.
Okay, yeah, I
And I am going to grab the other jug and launch it at this fool. He needs to make me a DC 15 dexterity save or take
I think you're right next to the table.
12 damage.
The save is not made as the corpsely woman, who is now nicely charred, takes the jug to the stomach, doubling over and moving no more, as it too is defeated. Sweet. Creatures vanquished, you're given but a moment for rest, should you take it. Should you not, there's always more to find.
I will clutch the book. It's mine.
Late.
I am sorry about that. I
Sit on the bed.
thought you might have dodged.
You hit me in the fire, you asshole. Wait, I can't say it. God damn it.
Just say asshole.
Asshole.
Greila will
It was
also
an honest
play and be like,
mistake.
asshole.
You can speak more.
I know. I just
But
chose
will
to
he
join
choose?
him.
I know, I'm saying I didn't care.
Maybe you shouldn't just grab
So
every
much
book
fun.
you see.
The chest was already being gone from. None of us were looking at the statue. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he has a point.
Ghasts were clearly actually lying in wait this time.
Regardless.
But perhaps we should retreat and rest. I am almost entirely out of magic spells.
I also would like to rest.
A need that will be addressed next time.
Yeah, let's double back to the library and get a long rest.
Oh yeah, we could take the shortcut to the
Yeah,
town.
let's just get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, we shall leave. Is there anything you would like people to know before the next time?
Yeah, I'm Mario Vilas. You can find me on Lights Camera Initiative at Twitter, where you can see me post up new episodes of this and our Tales from the Yawning Portal run through, and perhaps new and varied content coming very soon in the future. Additionally, Sasha feels pretty good about what happened, barring the people touching statues who shouldn't be touching statues. He found a new spell book, so that's good. He didn't accidentally kill Crack, so that's good too.
It also wasn't an
basically
exploding book.
everything is looking up. Gonna get new spells.
Greila is greatly concerned that several things have gone horribly astray, despite what Sasha seems to be thinking. But we have managed to survive so far, so that is good.
Most def.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she does not like her companion's capricious nature, where he endangers the rest of the party by having his flying owl breathe fucking dragon breath on the rest of us.
Harsh. Imagine what'll happen when it actually happens to you.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Well,
Anything
if he
you wanna let
didn't
people
fight
know?
in tiny quarters, what would happen?
Crack is concerned. Most definitely.
And Singe probably missing feathers.
Missing a lot, good portion of his feathers probably. And
First the door and now the flames.
and yeah, but I assume he's happy to be alive.
And anything that you want the audience to know.
So far, I'd probably say Sigurd is probably happy. Now that he knows the face of the person that he's actually after. He actually knows what the person looks like now. And actually knows the person's name.
A goal to strive for. A wonderful set. And with that, we will sign off. Until next time.
Goodbye.
Bye!